Silence, quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me.
Okay, so I think it's going. You hear the audio here? Yeah? Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. We are good. I'll put my audio on. Okay, so it's 3:30 in the afternoon for us here in New Zealand. And it's a great day because we're about to start the H&R Dream Racing Show live stream.
Yes, okay, so let's get into it. I'm Harry, I'm wearing green, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm Richard wearing the brown today. Okay, let's sign in. And 3, 2, 1, go! H&R Dream Racing, H&R Dream Racing, H&R Dream Racing.
Yeah, so welcome to the live stream. We are live.
So 3 lives.
It's triple the lives. Yes, so thanks. It's good to be alive. That's 4. There you go.
Good to be alive.
Alive, yes.
Okay, so in this live stream coming up very shortly, we are going to discuss a couple of different topics. One, of course, first and foremost, is the RC Eagle. It's a 3D printed plane, and I think this is the 5th in the series, so you're more than welcome to go back and check out what's been happening on the other streams in the past, but this is live, so you're more than welcome to continue joining.
Yep.
I mean, maybe you could have multiple cameras up, so then you can look on different devices at the same time, and catch up at the same time. But there we go.
Yeah, you could have like your phone going and the laptop going. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so so that's what we're going to be jumping into in a second. And also, before we do that, we're going to go and have a look at this week's episode, which was the Mark III wingsuit.
Off a cliff.
Yes, and we're going to have a look at the damage and do a little damage report for you guys. Have a look at the episode as well.
And we've also got some other projects to do in the background as well. Like, for example, the resin. We're doing some resin printing
for the VTOL.
For the VTOL Dropship. So it's going to be
jumping
sort of a mix mash live stream today because, of course, we're in the workshop. If we don't do it, we won't get done.
Yeah, so that's good. There's nobody else to do it, so and we're doing it. And also make sure you stick around for the hint for next week's episode coming up on this live stream. So saying that, let's jump over to the other side.
Yeah. I'm going to put this one in here.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Hey dudes, and thanks so much for tuning in. Another CG happy. Yes, you already beat us.
Very good, very fly, very cool. And yes, Happy says, hey guys, welcome. Cheers, brother. And another CG, welcome to the stream. If I understand what they're saying when they do that H&R. Oh yeah, we do say it quite quick. I guess we've said it a few times now. So
you're doing it in slow mo, like,
welcome to H&R Racing Show. We could maybe do a slow mo version. There you go. But yes, we have done in the past multiple different kind of version takes. But I don't know. For some reason, it was Happy's idea. He said you should do a what do you call that? A jingle. Yeah,
it's a jingle.
We're bringing jingles back on the show.
But yeah, so that's what
we're at. And what are we been up to, Richard? What have you guys been up to? Yeah, let us know in the feed. We appreciate you all very much for joining the stream. Yeah, it's very nice that you guys spend the time to do that. We appreciate it very much.
And see, Happy's got it right. See, he called you sir.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And he called me king.
There you go.
I like the ranking on that one. It's good.
There you go. Wow, there you go. That's very kind of you.
Thanks very much for joining. Okay, so what are we going to do?
So we've got a couple of little things that we're going to do. We'll jump into and have a look at the Mark III. We're going to have a look at the Carnage. We have that coming up. We have this, like we were saying before. This is part of the wing assembly that will be coming up, and we're going to put the dowling rods in. Since we don't actually, because of the way it was printed, we don't have a marker. So
we're also going to do. That will be pretty well done.
There might be a little bit of a little fix-up thing, but the idea is on this stream, which is what I said on the last stream, which was the idea is to get the wings on, but without the as Robert said on one of the streams,
feather fingers.
Without the feather fingers.
That's what we're dubbing it, feather fingers. That's the official term, right?
It is the official
yeah,
term,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
There you go. It's not like the Wiggles said that once upon a time. If
they got
people out there, oh yeah, they did that.
That's their thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We never saw that on TV.
We're too old.
Yeah, there you go. But we didn't get to appreciate the Wiggles. But they're an Australian band. They once were a punk rock band, and then for some reason they changed
They did a radical
change, and then they became a children's
sing-along band.
Yeah, totally different. There was a lot of swearing and a lot of screaming on the first version. Yeah. So
and the second one, it's all about, you know,
every day's a happy day. Yeah, there you go.
Why would
a bit of fact for you there. There you go.
Why would you think that a band would take such a radical change? It's interesting. Would you do it? Would you do it? Leave a comment.
There you go. Happy says, wasn't Sir and King from your first video episode? I happened to run across it. I think it might have been. You could be right there. You're onto it.
Yeah.
Liking it.
It's a while ago.
Yeah. That was an interesting one. What did we do on that video?
And that particular video that you're talking about, which is the first ever episode that we ever did, I quite like the room that we're filming because it made it all that nice blue color.
Yeah, it was a backlit kind of thing.
It was quite good. It was funny for
There
me.
you go. So that's a little callback from Happy. Thanks, man. Thanks for checking out the old stuff. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, so
the old stuff, good stuff. Gold,
still good.
Gold,
still gold.
It's still gold. Yeah.
Okay, so the episode this week that came out on Tuesday was the Mark III from a cliff onto rocks.
Oh yes.
Mainly onto rocks.
Yes, on this one it didn't go so good, but it didn't go so bad.
You have to say spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah. But nonetheless, the whole point is, so together we managed to get these guys into the air. After all, if it just worked on the first time, that would be a bit too easy, wouldn't it? In many ways.
Yeah.
And then we don't learn all the lessons from that particular project.
Yeah.
True.
So we've already actually started repairing it already. It was actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch the episode while I jump and grab the stuff?
Oh yeah. Sure. And then Richard just jump and grab that.
You just change things. I'm gonna grab it in the background.
Oh no, hang on.
It's
just.
So that's just some empty chairs.
Empty chairs. Hang on. Yeah. There I am. I'm back again. Another CG says it wasn't. It was a good episode. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I thought you said it wasn't a good episode. What? No, thanks so much. Yeah. We went all in on that one. Like we try to do. Is that lighting okay? I'm not too sure. But we always try and go all in, and we thought, what's more of a risk than sending that guy over a cliff at the same time? But yes, there you go. And there you go. Yeah, so this is actually, there you go, hang on, back a little bit. We missed that part there. Yes. So yeah, here we are, as it were. We were heading into the place. This is the episode of the week if you're just tuning in to the live stream. And Happy says, so sorry fellas, but RC pilots always walk away from our crashes. Yes. This guy, that was Richard, did not so well. We'll just have a look at that in a second. But Richard just managed to find it. The head, but that's the great thing about 3D printing and such. What do you call it, like a shell-like thing that's just reprint, and then he's good to go.
Man, he took a hit.
He sure took a hit, right? But you can hear it, and the audio is like whap. Yeah, cool spot. Yeah, cheers, man. What you don't actually see is interesting because that day, Jen, it is a pretty typical day for Pi here. There's a lot of people around. There was a hot rod show on. I think we did go past a cool car.
I think we left one of the shots.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people around. So when we were actually filming, we had like a whole crowd watching us. We actually managed to turn the camera so it was most of the people were behind us. But yeah, there was quite a crowd had gathered to watch the spectacle, which was pretty cool. So yeah, appreciate to those people that were watching live. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it's an interesting one, putting on a show. I know we're doing live here, but it's
live in person.
Live in person is interesting. Interesting too. So that's kind of cool.
Adds another dynamic.
Another dynamic for our point of view.
Yeah. Also, you're trying to get it so that there's not so many people in the shot that it wrecks it. I'm sure massive production teams like filming like 007 or something that's really popular.
Michael Bay, like Transformers or something.
They would have interesting angles that they can or can't shoot because people are wanting to experience the action.
Or like Ghostbusters, they just on purpose put them in. Happy says we're all fans that came to see the the auction. yeah.
It's cool, man.
Action or auction. Either way, yes, we appreciate it. It was it was an interesting one. It the action question mark, yeah. Nice. It actually did when Richard tossed it. Actually, it felt quite good, right?
I mean,
but there you go. So yeah, and then that part, and then the parachute didn't quite deploy perfectly. It would have been quite nice if the parachute deployed a little bit earlier. But nonetheless, I think maybe, like we said on that episode, we just need to do like a little bit bigger on the parachute, reduce the size of the spore hole.
it looked good there, right?
It looked ultimate there. And we had tested it many times prior to sending it, so it was kind of cool.
And then,
But it actually, when you actually watch it, it's not flipping out of control or anything, so it's still flying true.
yeah, I'd say maybe even just the
stabilizers aren't working.
Well, the throttle was about 50% throttle, right?
Yeah, so maybe just more
So
throttle.
maybe more throttle, and
Maybe
then
a slightly bigger wing.
possibly a bigger wing.
Well,
More
what do you
lift.
guys reckon? What do you
What do you
guys
guys reckon? We're sort of theorizing, but I mean, there's no real way to know until you actually do it.
No, you just got to do it again. Yeah.
What do you guys think we should do for modifications on the sucker?
That was a pretty fast deployment there. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean when he flicked the switch for parachute? I think is what Happy's getting at.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick. Like literally, he had one hand.
You didn't have much time to react.
And then throw, and then grab the remote, and then flick it. It was pretty much right. Yeah. So I don't think you had time to do flaps up.
No, I didn't have time. I just had time to leave that throttle as is, and then deploy parachute.
So we can jump back and have a look at this now, I suppose.
Yeah.
But there you go. So a little bit of a spoiler alert for the people out there who haven't seen it. But there you go.
It's just
the
the couch.
What? No, there's a couch. The couches haven't moved. So if you're just wondering if they're
Don't worry, they haven't gone.
they're still there. But yeah. So there you go. That's there you go. That's it. Yeah, that's the good side. See, that's kind of like Two-Face in a way. So that's the good side. Perfectly okay.
Yeah.
And then you turn a little bit. You're like, oh! But yeah, there you go. So it's not too bad really. I mean, you could have probably actually just a bit of repaired it.
Yeah, there's this hole.
There's a little bit of a hole there.
There you go.
But that could have been repaired.
Yeah.
Couldn't it? You
It
could
was
have
meant
just
to look like that.
Yeah. But it's only real minor really. Happy says, I wonder how the CG is from the front to the back and side to side. Wonder what could cause it to roll hard left. That's a great question.
We did check the CG before
Right
we
and
threw
left,
it.
yeah, on the front and the side.
Did we do it to the side?
You can do it now. Do it now. We'll just check that now. So anyway, so that's the carnage of the guy's head. But we did the swamp thing. Yeah. Thanks, another CG. Here you go. That's Swamp Thing. You make my heart sing. But anyway, so we did a reprint on the guy's head, and that finished. Oh, it didn't take that long to print.
There you go. There's the replacement.
Hang on, I'll get out of your way.
There you go. There you go. Look at that handsome man.
So it's just got a little bit of what else does it need to do to it?
Just got a little bit of black to go around his neck. Cover that up, a little span, and then I think we'll maybe do some modification on the wing.
Yeah.
Maybe make a bit more, add a bit more lift, maybe in there. Oh, you think we go back to wind tunnel again, do another one of those?
I don't know. I'm too
Possibly,
sure.
and then maybe something to do with the propeller as well, possibly.
A little bit of repair on the propeller. Happy says, well, that's why he was wearing the helmet. Yes, it could take
hold
a
that for a
hit.
sec?
So we're going to check the CG, like you suggest. We don't actually have the battery in, so you know, it's a pretty lightweight battery anyway. So
No. So that's holding on to the centre of it. There you go. So if anything, you go to the right slightly. Nope, she's spot on. So there you go. So it's balanced.
and what about CG forward now?
Well, I don't have the battery for the front, and the backpack has to go on. So I guess at the moment it's a bit.
Bit tail at the
It's
moment.
not too bad though.
But once you put the weight on the parachute, like say like there. Right. It's not exactly perfect, but you know, once it's packed, you can kind of imagine what it'd be like.
It's a little further back, and then the weight of the battery brings it to about where my thumb is, I think.
Yeah, it lifts a little bit forward. But there you go. So he was actually quite a very easy fix to get back to that stage, right? So far.
So far, so good. Yeah, so it's modification time for him.
Yeah, so he goes into modification time and he'll be sent again.
Yeah, that's right. No, no brakes or anything like that. None of the
Propeller
servos or anything broke. There's a minor damage on the propeller, maybe just a little spot of super glue.
which maybe we'll repair a bit on this live stream, so then we can say we've done a bit on live stream.
Any IMU or full manual control? Full manual. Full manual, baby. Yes, no, it's all just PWM on this one. So you don't have the, what do they call it, crash?
The black box.
The black box. You don't have any of that.
No, not this guy.
But you do have, what do you have? You have the...
You have a can-do attitude?
You have a can-do attitude and you have the slow motion footage.
Yeah, frame by frame.
Frame by frame. What you doing down there?
I was just trying to unravel.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
Leave it.
Leave that.
Leave it.
Okay. I don't know why that's like that. Anyway, we'll sort that out later on. I think I slightly made it worse.
You did. You made it a lot worse. Anyway.
Okay. So we'll put that out of the way. Yeah. So
So
yeah, what do you guys reckon? Do you think
Any improvements?
any other improvements you can think of other than maybe like the wing a bit better, maybe a little bit wider is what we were thinking. Get a bit more lift.
Maybe with shape as well. I was thinking about shaping the wing slightly, so make it more so like, you know, like a teardrop, like a traditional wing. For a wingsuit platform, you should want his head down to oppose.
as opposed to a plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. Cool,
You
then.
want to head down to a plane. Yeah. It's a good idea.
Okay.
And it's also slightly different to the normal, you know, the Mark II design, isn't it? And especially on weight as well.
Yes, he's a lot lighter.
Oh yes, a lot lighter. Interesting. But anyway, it's good to see them pretty much back together. And maybe later on in the stream, we'll put a lot of dollop of glue on that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll just pop him over there temporarily. And then we'll jump into the next one.
All right.
But yeah, so if you're just tuning in, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all very much. If you haven't done already, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and like. Oh, well, I think I got that down, didn't I?
Yeah, it sounds like you've done it.
It sounds like I said that before. Maybe full power, says Happy. Yeah, that's a good idea, man.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that when we're doing
Gonna
that,
risk it to get the biscuit.
I know that when we're going the when we were doing the throw to each other.
Yeah, I'll just try and get that.
When we were doing the throw to each other in the backyard on one of the previous episodes in that series, it had more than enough power to pull the nose up, right? And what are you doing?
Oh, I was just talking, you know, just pretending to be you.
You know what I mean? Like it was more than enough to kick the feet up and then bring his nose up.
But then what happened is there was a stall that occurred. So then maybe a bit of compensation there. Maybe
I was thinking maybe we should maybe direct the propeller down slightly.
yeah.
So then you go full throttle up and they're still facing, but he's up like that.
It was suggested, there was a couple of comments came up, which is very nice. So they keep the comments coming. Any suggestions you can think of, like, you know, even past the stream or whatever.
Yeah.
The idea was, I'm not sure who actually said it, but they said, they suggested maybe what we should do is have a little bit of an angle down on the propeller. So he's like that and the propeller would be slightly down a bit. And therefore, in the idea of the opposite version of a glider with his, like a powered glider, they have a slight cam.
To counteract that rotation of the torsional power, because it's, you know, so offset with the propeller, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there you go. So
That's where we're at for for that guy.
that's what.
But yeah, if you've got any ideas, yeah, leave them in. Okay, shall we get on to that guy?
So, just a little thing that we might do. I think what we should do now, just off print in the background where my head is, this side here. No, there, this guy here,
printer,
the resin printer.
the green one.
He's just come off print and he's doing one of the windows for the VTOL
Dropship.
The dropship. So what we thought we'd do is we'd jump into that, take that guy off, swap him over for another one.
And then put it back on.
And
then carry on with it.
And then carry on and work on, which part are we going to be doing on this part?
Oh, I've got to do a little bit more soldering.
A little bit more filler and then...
Happy says maybe the prop mounted to his head and remove the lower wing. Yes, that would make sense. but that does jump away from.
Oh yeah, like a yeah.
That is the traditional approach. So yes, that would.
But we have kind of seen that kind of thing with like flying chickens or like the eagle. He's like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
From the beach.
So we wanted to move away from that because that's more. We wanted to keep with the wingsuit style from Peter Salzma.
Yeah. Whereas he's got the what did he call it? He had a different name for it, we call it the Mark III, but he called it.
It's a booster on his chest.
Yeah, like a big booster propeller. He didn't have big propellers when he did his extended glide time because that would be dangerous. But he did
He's
have.
using 50 volts. So what would he be using? He'd be using like 12 airs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
that.
Yeah. So he had what EDFs,
Turbines, yeah.
turbines. Yeah. So it's an interesting one. So I guess what we do is we just keep at it on that one.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see it in the air. I am looking forward to it.
But like you said, go full or go home. More power.
Go full speed.
Go full speed and go home.
Risk
Or
everything.
go.
Risk everything. That's the way.
Yeah. So I think we'll go back to the same spot and go again. Once
we're a bit more happy with
once
it.
we're happy with it. Okay, so
We'll bring the camera over so we can show you
sure.
that.
Yeah, so we're just going to do this, fix this resin. Well, not fix it, just remove it and put a new one on for the dropship. So that's what we're going to do very shortly. And then we'll dive into the Eagle. And we've actually done quite a lot on the series, but everything seems to be okay. I can grab you another part that we did on the last one, which was where we're at, which is the main housing body, which is this guy. That's where we're at for the main body. And yep, we just put it aside and left it. Obviously his head goes on the front there. And he's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good.
We need to change, put some respirators on it.
I think we'll put respirators on. And we'll go split screen, do you reckon? Split screen and then turn this camera a little bit.
Okay, so hang on a second so you guys can see what we're doing.
But yeah,
How did your week go, guys? Our was pretty good.
pretty full on like usual.
That's us, right? How's that? That camera needs to move though.
Which way?
To the right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which way? That way.
No, the other way. To the other right. Yeah.
To the left.
The other right. You don't see the left. Okay, let's get it off print. Do we have a hair dryer?
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
Just over there.
Okay. Do you have all the other stuff?
But yes, hopefully you guys are having a great week. And yeah, we appreciate you
Joining in the live stream.
Yeah.
I know we don't give too much notification to what we're doing. It's just because we're so busy.
But yeah, we appreciate it.
And later on in the live stream, we'll let you know we'll give you an idea about what's happening on next week's episode. Yeah, it's coming along. We've done a little bit, but
Not complete yet.
yeah, we haven't done too much on the edit. But hey, we've got the weekend to whip it up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So if you're optimistic,
You brush your teeth.
anything can happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just changed clothes for this guy. Hang on a second.
Yeah. So the original printer's been working today quite well, and and yesterday as well. So we're just getting this dropship ready on this side.
Okay, you good to go?
Yeah, that's a good point about putting the prop underneath, right? Putting the prop on the head and removing the foil. That would make logical sense, wouldn't it? All good?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, can you guys see what's going on? I think so. Yeah. All good?
Yep.
Yep.
You can see that?
Yep.
I don't know.
I could probably take that one away. So that's the finished result, by the way. So that's not finished. This one just is the last one came off. That's the new one.
And yeah, we just use like
Happy City is a good week. Good week mixed with work, household chores, and of course some RC fun. Cool, man. Awesome. Is it in front?
you can see what we got.
Back up a bit.
Here. Let me just turn the camera a bit over to this way. So yeah, so what we're doing, if you can hear us, we're just doing the clean-up section. I don't think we've shown you this part. Just kind of what you have to do, and we'll slap it back on with the next print in a second.
Yeah, Happy City. It's really cool here.
Oh, cheers, man. Thank you. Now, yeah, this is kind of what you do with resin printing.
There you go. You can see both of us now.
Hey? Yeah, all good?
He said, can you put a mask over the computer? I think I can smell it from the US of A. Yeah, it's not particularly nice stuff. Smell anyway.
Not particularly, no.
How you doing?
Right.
Right, I'll get that.
Yeah, the X-ray's ready.
Yeah.
And we're just using isopropyl alcohol to do this. There might be something better out there, but it's what we use.
Yeah.
Seems to do a good job.
Okay.
You all good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
And there you go. So there you go. It's a little bit drier. And we're going to get this guy off here now.
Yeah, that's what I got the hairdryer for.
This is the method that we found was the best. Russ?
Yeah. Good to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Got that one?
Thanks.
Cool.
You hold it?
I'm just holding it on the back of my head.
You go.
Yeah, so it's just heating the back of the metal plate. Just makes it easier for it to come off. That's the result. That's what we want to keep. So just start again with the ISO stuff, isopropyl. And you're going to clean up your plate and put it straight back on, eh?
Yeah, okay. I'll do this.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Kind of messy, but
Kind of cool.
kind of cool at the same time, I guess.
Okay.
Just getting off the support pressure. There you go. We don't want that. Done. Now I just got some isopropyl. Harry's putting his board back up and he's putting it back on the big plate. Are you good, eh?
Yeah. Look back on it.
Which number's that one?
Well, that was G that we just did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
F and G.
So this will be
8, yeah.
8, yeah. But yes, we're coming along with this design.
Yep. Slowly but surely, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
You good? Yeah, it's all good. Right. You can put that one back on. There you go. So that's the cleanup process. Now I need to put it in the UV light. There you go. And then pop it outside. Yeah, go and put it in the sun. Done and done. Yeah. I'm gonna put that out there. Yeah, you can do it, yeah. Alright, this one goes out. There you go, guys. So that's that part done. This is pretty cool to see it back in operations. And then we'll put it back on for print, and then we'll jump onto the plane. Yeah, which is what we're meant to be doing. Yeah. But we'll bring it closer so you can see. Yeah. Can they see the thing from there? I think so. Let's have a look. I don't know. I think they can, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Change this. But yes, there you go, we're making headway. That's what it's all about. So there you go. How long will it typically take to cure? Well, that's a great question. Richard? In the sun, we don't have a special device. In the sun, we just do it like, what, 30 minutes done? Yeah, hang on. I'm completely disappeared. I'll sit in back on that chair. I'll sit over here. Yeah, so, like, what did you say, like half an hour?
Yeah, half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour in the sun. But we technically you're supposed to have like a special booth thingy with isopropyl alcohol in there, and it spins it, makes it really good. We don't have that one. We just use what we've got. We just do the best we can. That's what it's all about. But it's kind of interesting. It's it's a completely different way of doing printing. So it's kind of cool. So we kind of wanted to show that for you guys. Okay. I guess we'll turn it back on as well. Yeah, I guess so. Can they see that there, or does the camera need to be a bit close there, do you think? Like that? Yeah, a little bit turn it to the left a little bit. Like that? Yeah. Maybe down slightly? That's fine, whatever. Yeah, I think they can see that pretty good. Alrighty. Okay. Which one are we doing? H. Number H, I think. Yeah, I think we did G, right? Yep. Yeah, so there you go. So that's what's happening in the workshop as we speak. And then there you go. So this particular... just disappeared. What's that? I disappeared. Yeah. This particular resin printer does its little checks beforehand. And there you go. So it's happy apparently. And then which is just going to go over there and select. It's a pretty straightforward little guy. It seems to do its job. That was it G. If we did G on that one, eh? So it's H. And how long does that go for? 3 hours and 15 minutes. There you go. Hit the play button. Bam. There you go. So it just does its little thing, a little jitter, and it'll come down. It's doing its calibration as we speak. But yeah, it's a little different, eh? From the other type printers. Yeah, kind of cool. I guess we haven't done too much of it, just these windows. We're doing windows. That's what they're designed to do, right? Windows. That's why that's the whole reason why it was made. to make windows for the dropship. Yeah. And there it goes now. It's getting to the liquid. The vat, I think they call it. Yep. Is it going in? Yep. It's going in. Here it is. Auto leveling. There you go. And is it going to start? It's auto leveling. Riveting stuff, isn't it? That's kind of interesting. Okay, it's away. There you go. Yeah. So that's it. That's where you know it's starting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So sweet. So while it does that, we
We won't just leave
watch-
the camera there for 3.5 hours.
no.
Not sure if the live stream's going to go that long.
No,
and
no,
plus,
no.
it's not about that. It's about the eagle.
It's about the eagle. So there you go. So there's a little distraction from what we're doing, but still nonetheless concise with the show. Happy says I was
Change
over.
it back to normal screen and then I'll move the camera.
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
You
Just
good?
read that down a second. Not yet. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay.
Happy says I was over at. He was over at his buddy's house the other day, and he had 2 Bamboo A1s printers and 2 Bamboo H2Ds
Whoa.
with the AMS hooked up. It was like a printing farm.
Whoa.
Pretty wild and lots of money. Yes, too much for my blood, but it's very too rush. Oh, I think you meant too much. Yes, very full on, very cool, dude. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. What was he making? Would be the next question. Was he making plane, or had something? Maybe he had something else he was doing. He was doing something else.
Plus, his shoes, we'll put them on this side.
Yep. We'll rearrange the shoes.
We'll rearrange to the workshop.
But yeah.
Okay, but today, we're not about that. We're about the eagle.
The Eagles.
The eagle.
Could be the Eagles, like, you know.
Or the band.
The band could be. The Eagles. No, but further
It's quite a popular band, though, the Eagles.
was.
How's that? Sit down, am I in the shot?
Can they see us?
Yes, you can see us. Okay, does that one, is that in the shot?
Sure. Hang on. A little bit closer, perhaps. Can we do it closer? A little bit to your left. Yeah.
There you go. Is that all right? Can't really go down any further than that.
No, that should be right.
It's about the limit on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was printing some TPU ground sweeper bumpers for his son's RC car.
Awesome.
That's epic. But he finds all kinds of ideas for household stuff too. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Like you can, like make door handles or.
It doesn't sound cool when you say that.
Yeah, that doesn't really. Yeah, just things.
You can make door handle.
That doesn't really sound. That's not really selling it, is it?
But I guess you don't need to sell it.
No.
We're not supplying.
No, sorry. No, it's not our company. Yes, too rich for my. Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those things there, Happy. You do have one. I think I remember you said you had one, and that's cool when you get around to it.
Make it happen.
Cool to see what you come up with, for sure. Okay, so a little recap for you guys on the wing so far. We have one wing-ish here. There you go. There's one wing-ish. There you go.
That's not a phrase.
Wing-ish.
Wingish.
Yep.
Winger.
Wing-ish. And we have another one over there.
Yep.
Hang on, I'll go and get it. There you go. There you go, there's another one. And on the last live stream, I think what we were doing, we had a mix to make it less like that, right?
Yeah, so we're going to go through with the
Little bit of filler, perhaps.
with a bit of fill.
But also, what was the instant accelerator? Do we still have some of that left that we made up from last time?
No,
Or
you have
could
to
we
make
just
some more.
Make some more. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got the ingredients over there. Baking soda and water.
Oh yeah. And also the other thing that we got to do on this one is we got to make the most important thing, and
the rudder.
Possibly the
Or tail.
Yes. There you go.
Did I wreck it for you?
Yep. No, that's
I
fine.
felt that I did.
No, that's fine. You got to make the tail. And
feel like I
I
wrecked
printed
it.
out.
I feel that you wanted to make a big display of like what it's going to be.
Oh, this is happening. But anyway, Richard wrecked that for me. So what we're going to do is we'll make a little tail later on. I still can't believe how big the wings are. Got to be sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
And then at some point we have to put on, when it's all ready, we have to put on, look at that, you're like, cling. We've got to put on these motors from Hobbywing, and we also have to put on this 50 amp ESC from Hobbywing also.
And those ones, they work together, those two.
They can do.
Yeah.
In this case, they will.
They will. They will.
It's not like
Prescribed or anything.
it's not like it has to be that way.
No,
It's
no.
just it's just that's what.
Okay, well, maybe you can take those.
Yeah, there you go.
Mind readers, yes. Telekinesis, I think, is the power for levitation.
Oh yeah, that's Anchorman, right? He goes. Yeah, Anchorman do that? They do that?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. I feel it is. He goes.
feel like
I'm not levitation.
I feel it would be probably Will Ferrell to come up with something like that. Yes.
He goes. All right. Soldering on, I guess.
Ready to solder on?
Yeah. To heat this.
All right.
I gotta heat it, yo. Yeah.
We can use some of those masking tape strips again.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at here is the cracks down here. So I've been filling it in on the last live stream. I think I'm going to continue on. That obviously you're not going to leave it like that. We're going to sand it down and make it look nice and pretty. And we've done the same thing on this side. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not necessary to do that, but
why not?
Make it look the part.
I guess this one could be. It's a bit of filler. We could require it. If you can just show that gap.
Which way? That one. I think it's something I need to do.
And we can show that gap.
Which gap?
The gap in
Oh
between.
yeah, the gap. If you can see, it's a bit of a gap.
TN Tapestries joined the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, that's
It's cool.
it's cool that people turn up to these things. It's great.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool.
It's also cool to know the names.
Yeah. Well, it does.
Like you go,
it's
oh,
one
yeah.
thing that it does tell you on the little side thing.
Yeah.
It says people's names. It's nice.
I mean, it doesn't say it's more like your avatar name, but you know, like
Yeah.
like you
Have you seen that new Avatar, Richard? The new
the
trilogy.
Ash and Fire one.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Have you guys seen it?
Have you seen the new Avatar ones? Avatars.
I don't
Is
think
it
it's
called-
I don't think it's called Avatar.
No, I don't think it's called Avatars. But
Is it called
I
Avatar?
thought the original one was good back in the day when it came out.
Yeah. I think it's like
James Cameron put that out.
Like someone
Titanic,
said,
man.
I think it was Taylor Swift said it once in a interview that we saw once.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what chat show she was on.
Oh, yeah.
It was ages and ages ago, and she was talking about the Pokemons.
Yeah, it's just
You know,
plural.
someone that doesn't like
Doesn't know
what you're talking about, or maybe it was a cricket. She might have been talking about the crickets.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what the game cricket is, you wouldn't say cricket. Would you?
No, you wouldn't.
It's a dead giveaway. Just keep away from it.
No, exactly.
Okay, sorry, 9. Yeah.
Sorting on, and we're about 3% into that print behind us.
The Pokemons.
The Pokemons. Digimons? Can you say Digimons? I'm not sure.
I think you can, surely.
Happy says, does it give you a home address and personal ID number? Yes, and bank account number. No, it doesn't say any of that. It just says happy. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And it got a little icon there. Very cool. It's all you need these days. It's all you need, you know? All right.
I guess it is kind of.
Yeah, so, exactly.
You can put that one on there.
What's that?
That one.
Yeah, when you come back in. And what are we gonna
gonna
start
get
with?
the,
Are you gonna just heat these up?
I'll do that, and you can get the foam board and cut that sucker out.
Oh yeah, you make it a bit different.
Yeah. I think we're doing quite well for this live stream.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoying the stream so far. Appreciate you very much. Like, share, subscribe. There you go. And, and they did say another thing that I read at the rodeo. Make some noise. There you go. So we know it's coming in happily. Cricket or spelled bleak it.
The cricket.
The cricket. Yes, the cricket is an odd game if you're not sure what that is. It's kind of an English thing. We do play that game over here in New Zealand. Do we play that game, Richard?
Not socially.
Not socially, no. The downside to cricket is it's a little bit boring to watch. Sometimes you'll watch the, I don't know.
Live.
Say sometimes it will come up on TV for some reason. Like maybe it's an ad or something, they'll show the cricket. and you'll watch the commentators or the cameramen, and they'll be busy filming the birds in the sky,
or looking at pretty girls.
Yeah, or something like that. So I guess in that way it's interesting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the game is kind of similar to baseball in a way, but in no way the same. There you go.
There's a ball involved.
There's a ball involved in a bat. Yeah. I mean, I think we were okay at the game. It wasn't our game. It wasn't our game. We could win, but you know, it wasn't our mantra.
It's not really our jam.
No, the glue came off on this one. Put a bit more glue on.
Cool. There. Oh, well, you know what he'll be fixing?
Yeah, I'll put that together.
Be fixing that, yo.
I will.
Okay. Oh man, I realised I need to change that. Okay, so I got the key. You all good? Yeah. Just trying to keep away from the burning temperatures, yo.
Yeah. I'll pop these down the bottom. Sounds like a Game Bugs play. No.
Well, the printer.
Oh, no, we're talking about cricket. The crickets.
The crickets.
Well, we won't talk too loud. Some people are really passionate about that game. I want to be on the dog box, man.
Yeah, there's some diehard fans.
Yeah, some diehard fans out there. Get on them. Get on them.
You be you.
Yep, you be you. That's all good. I personally don't have any problem with the cricket. I did find indoor cricket a bit more exciting.
Why is that?
Because you hit the ball and then sometimes hits the roof or ceiling or smashes the light. It's always fun. No, not in your own house, obviously. You don't play cricket in your own house. But like say in a gymnasium or something.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I got the soldering iron.
Gloves. I need some gloves.
Yeah.
And I'll glue that together and then cut some foam board, I think.
Yeah.
Which one do you think? Which one do you think you'll start with, Richard?
Oh, I think I bumped something then.
Which one do you think?
Hey?
Which one do you think?
What do you mean?
On this one.
Is that okay? Yeah, it's all good.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Which one?
What?
That one?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
We'll do that. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, if you're joining in on the live stream, thanks very much. You're just joining in. If you want to know what we're doing, we are working on the RC Eagle. It is not our design, so I can't claim to fame on this one. Many of the other designs on our channel, what, 99.9%?
Yep.
Are our own designs, but not this one. We thought that this one had brought something unique to the table, and we can say,
And it was suggested too.
and it was suggested on one of the live streams, we can say that Plain Print put this guy up. Yeah, so we thought, since it was suggested and we thought it was a good one, we thought we'd dabble in and make it. And so far so good. Quite a unique build, this one. What do you think of it, Harry? Going
Cool.
so far? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
Kind of cool, eh?
Yeah.
In a sort of unique way.
That's what it's all about.
It's got interesting wing designs. And
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. And I'll re-glue this one. And then I have to install this little fella.
which one?
I have to install this.
Oh yeah, the back part, yeah. Cool.
Maybe I'll do that after. Yeah. Thought maybe it was a good idea to do it, but maybe it wasn't.
Yep. But if you are joining on the live stream, we are live currently on Instagram and on YouTube.
It's TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, we're on TikTok, sorry. Cancel that.
But mainly on YouTube.
Because YouTube is where it's at. As Happy would say.
So where's that, yo?
See, I didn't say it. Happy said it.
Just a little running repair on these set of grips here.
Yeah. And we've got different materials used in this one. I'm currently using lightweight filament. So all the black that you can see, except for this leading edge. This leading edge is all done in PLA Pro.
Yep.
From our sponsors KiwiFil. And we supply the back half, which was the lightweight filament. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Happy says, any idea how many rolls of filament it takes to make this eagle? Oh. Would you say one? Wasn't that big.
Yeah, just
So maybe
two.
one. Oh, because there's two filaments, like the two different types of filaments. There are 2 rolls.
Done.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Or maybe 1.5, because I don't think we use too much of the. We use more of the lightweight. So maybe 1 spool of the lightweight, and then we used maybe half a spool of the.
two spools of the lightweight.
No. I'd say maybe.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, it's not really the nicest compliment, is it?
He's a lightweight. Yeah, I'd say probably like 1.5.
Yeah.
YouTube's where it happens. See what I mean?
That's where it's at, bro.
That's where it's at, bro. And how's your channel going there, Happy? So you're getting quite a lot of interest and stuff on your videos. It's good to see.
Yeah, one interesting thing I did notice is that you do a lot of flying inside that cool
indoor arena.
Is that like a gymnasium, or is that like specifically for planes? I wouldn't imagine it'd be just purely built for planes, would it?
It could be.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
But it might be just like an indoor arena, right? When it gets cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw.
I know that you had 2 RC paramotors traveling behind each other.
That was pretty sick.
It's pretty unique, right? Pretty cool.
And Happy's got a big paramotor one too.
Oh yeah. I think we brought it up on Livestream once.
Yeah, we did. Very cool. We haven't made one of those.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Very cool. But yes, hopefully you can see us and hear us.
And see us again.
See us, hear us, and see us. That's
Yeah.
where it's at. But yes, at the moment, maybe I'll put a bit of tape on that and glue that together.
And guys, having fun with sharing RC stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I didn't know that we had to do it like quotes.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when you read it.
Oh, you're right.
Do you need paraphrasing's fine, I think. I feel it's fine.
Yeah. No, get some new gloves. Well, they're not new gloves, just the other ones had a bit of resin on them.
Oh.
But in the background is about 7% into that print. Just so you know for the updates.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's good enough for that wing. Yeah. Doesn't need to win any awards at this stage of the game.
You got the little fan on?
Yeah.
Can I bring it over?
There you go.
Thanks.
There you go. You can have it.
Thanks. Too kind. Happy says.
What does he say? He says we call them golf domes. Okay, but they are used for soccer and football and other sports in winter months. Okay, so we have times between games. Oh yeah, when we can sneak in there and have fun. Okay, cool. Does
golf domes? Interesting.
Does a golf ever get played in that? I'd imagine it would just go. The ball would go straight through. I guess you could play indoor golf, which is they use a smaller ball, like a lightweight ball. You could do that, like a driver. Pretty cool though.
Very cool.
Is it kind of like a semi-permanent structure, where it's kind of like made of material and fabric, rather than like?
Or is it permanently?
I feel it's semi-permanent, right?
I feel it would be. It's cool either way. Now we don't really have them over here. Maybe at schools, or that sort of thing.
But that's not that. It's more like those ones just so they have like sunshades, right? It's not designed for rain.
No. That's true.
Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, for now. So yeah, there's one. Is this the wing on the right or the left? Which one is it? I feel it's the right. Yeah, I feel it's the right. Okay, I'll go and swap it over for the other guy.
Yeah. Have you seen? Oh, yeah. It's permanent until you get a hurricane. Fly away. Fly away on my Zephyr. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, well, nothing can beat that.
No, I don't think so.
So you call it semi-permanent, but not permanent with a hurricane.
If it was permanent, if it was semi-permanent, hurricane-proof.
Semi-permanent, non-permanent.
No, but if it was semi-permanent, hurricane-proof, that would be like a house.
Well, maybe a concrete structure. Right?
Yes. Just leave it over there to dry so it doesn't get in the way. But yes, either way, thanks so much for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you all very much. And we will be carrying on. So what do I want to do? I want to cut out some foam, I think. Was it? Was that what I was doing next?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And it just so happens that I've got some foam behind me. I didn't plan that. It just so happens I put that there ages ago. And I'll use that. Yep. I know CG says permanent pending. Permanent to yeah. Oh, please don't. Semi-permanent.
Oh no.
Oh no, where did I put that?
Where did I put that golf structure?
I think
I wanted to play.
You come back and go, something looks a little different. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, something. I'm not sure. Do you have a haircut? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something looks different. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
There you go, Richard. You can have your fan. There you go. Have a fan.
Have a fan.
And we're also doing cutting some foam. Yeah. Now, where did I put that piece of paper? Richard? Where'd you put it?
In the
I had
box. I had it.
You had it. Oh,
There it
Rich. There you go.
Thief. I had it the whole time. Sucker. Yes.
Yes.
But if you're just joining the live stream, thanks very much for joining in. Currently, we are in the workshop, once again working on this RC Eagle that we've been tackling for the last couple of
Streams?
Yeah, I think this is the 5th stream on this. It's quite full on, quite an enjoyable build. Lots of people joining in. It's good to see. And yeah, you're more than welcome to join in on the chat. And if you want to talk about this week's episode, which was the Mark III RC wingsuit, or one of our other designs, or come up with something that you might think that we would like to build or design, just leave a comment and we'll write it down. If it's a good one, it goes on the list.
Well,
see what we can make
even
happen.
if it's a bad one, it's probably going on.
It'll still go on the list. What do we got there? It's made of really tough plastic vinyl. This is even talking about the golf structure. And it's actually got a couple of layers, insulation between. Okay, and it has cables and air filled.
Fan runs 24/7. Has a revolving door so air doesn't get out of this.
Okay,
Intriguing. So it's kind of like the big,
like an igloo.
yeah, interesting, but like a modern day version. What's it? What's it say down the bottom? Oh yeah. Cool. That's interesting. You don't want to be inside it when it's super high winds. Yeah, like a big bouncy castle. I'm not sure if they have that over there in the States.
I'm sure they do.
Do they have bouncy? Is that like a?
Is it called a bouncy castle?
Yeah, it might be.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like little kids jump on like a castle and they bounce around. I'm not sure.
Explicitly little kids only.
Yeah, only little kids.
Yeah, because if there's adults jumping on it, it's just
strange.
weird.
It's a bit strange, yes.
And they
also,
want,
I feel
they do want to jump on it.
I feel so, but I do think that they might pop it, and then that would be kind of wreck it for the little kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah. They have them like fairs and things.
Oh yeah, like carnivals and those sorts of things. Gotcha. Yeah. Very cool.
I feel that adults want to get on it a bit too much.
So. There you go. So I was just gonna
They really shouldn't.
make this little feather back tail. Is this the official size required, or is it good enough? Richard, what do you reckon?
He agrees, Harry. Harry agrees with another CG that you don't want to be in it with his height with.
Yep.
It'd be like a big kite, effectively, right?
Mm.
I guess effectively it might be look a bit like a blimp in the air as you fly away.
Woohoo! How do you want to do this? Do you want to cut it out first, or do you want to? What do you want to do? Do you get pin, 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 pin?
However you want to do it, yeah, you can do that. Or you can cut out the other way, so you can cut out this structure and just measure it.
Yeah.
Some
I got
scissors
this.
over
I do it the old-fashioned way.
there. Okay, so Harry's got a little template there to make this rudder. And
Hopefully, it got the.
hopefully it's the right size. It should be.
Yeah. It says it had to be exactly the same size, according to the directions.
It's got a bounce house, is what it's called.
Bounce house. Oh, okay. So you do have different names.
He did sneak in one. Oh!
Oh, there you go. They once had a in Pi here, which was the same place we sent the Mark III wingsuit.
This week's episode.
This week's episode. It did once upon a time have like a giant. I guess you'd say it's like an outdoor circus thing that you could go to.
But it was open to the public, right?
It was open to the public, and it was just 24. Not 24 hours a day, but like once a day, and it was
72 hours a day.
Yeah, so 12 hours a day. And then that's what they did, and then you could go on there, and you could try the trapeze, and if you fell, you would fall onto a big, like a bouncy house, as you said.
Yeah, but that was full size trapeze.
What's that?
That was a full size trapeze, not for little kids.
No, that's right. Jeremy, that as well says sweet bird. Oh, thank you. What filaments did you use so far? Great. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream. Sorry about getting your name wrong. So far on this build, what have we been using? A lightweight filament and PLA, RPLA, which is the recycled version of PLA Plus.
Basically, PLA Pro on the top with your PLA Plus, and then the lightweight filament's the one underneath.
Yep.
And that white stuff is...
it's not there. You don't see it.
You don't see it. It's just the fumes from the...
Super glue.
Super glue. So just ignore that. It won't be there when it's finished.
But yeah, so far, so good. So we're making headway with this.
Yeah.
This guy.
So
before you know it, we'll be flying it on Livestream. So
yeah, I think we're the fifth. This is the fifth live stream that we've done on this guy, on this build, because it's an entire build, and it's going pretty well, right? We're going to do like you said, we're aiming to install the wings ideally in this live stream, and then at some point we're going to start doing the electronics and stuff like the motors and all that carry on.
yeah, which we just got in that box over there.
Yeah. So thanks very much for joining in, everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
And like we always say, if you've got a comment on some of the episodes or suggestions on what we should build in the future, don't hesitate to drop the ideas in.
For sure. And before that, in the stream, we've just been talking about inflatable bouncy houses. There you go.
Bouncy castles.
Bouncy castles. There you go.
And should adults actually be in them?
Yes. And on the printer so far for the big giant VTOL Dropship, in the printer behind my head over this side, hang on, there,
The green box.
we're sitting at 12% into that window print. So
That's right. So we're making up windows that will eventually be the cockpit.
For the possibly the world's largest 3D printed VTOL quad.
Tilt rotor.
Well, it's probably is. It would be, because who else is making one?
Yeah.
A quad, 3D printed quad tilt.
Nobody.
Nobody's making
So you could
that at that
just
scale.
start
Well,
early, just start and claim it.
Yeah. And so I'm just going to put this right together, and then maybe I'll get a pin or something just to mark it.
Are you going to peg it into place? You could use some tape or something.
No, just tape it. Yeah, I do.
You going to change those things around, those guys? Change them around, or?
I don't know. But yes, I'll just take this guy down. That way he doesn't move when I cut it out.
So at the moment, Harry's working on the tail rudder, whereas I'm working on the left wing. structure.
Yep.
And I'm just sort of filling in these cracks to make it look nice. When we sand it down, it'll look a lot better. Is resin very expensive compared to filament?
Oh.
I think it's much of a muchness.
Oh, I think it might be more. Isn't it?
Yeah, but you're not. I guess it probably is.
Probably the same in the end.
Probably the same, but you're not. At the moment, we're not using it for like excessive.
Giant
we're not doing giant structures. So in that way, it probably is. It probably is more expensive.
Yeah, it probably is, but I guess we're not. We're using the same. We're using the same one that we're making all the windows for that giant 3D printed VTOL Dropship. So far so good. We haven't had to. It's just the one.
It's the same bottle.
It's the same bottle. So
it's the first bottle that we ever bought.
So some good things there. Would you say? How would you say that, Richard? I don't want to get his name wrong. I could just say
Tristan?
G.
Tristan?
No, it's up there. Just say GB. Should I say that? I don't want to.
Boswell?
Boswell. Yeah, I'll just say that. I don't want to get your name wrong, so I'll just say. Yeah, I'll just say Boswell. Are you planning to drop your wingsuit models from your heavy lift drone? That's a great question, and
great suggestion.
That is a great suggestion.
And it is a great idea, and it is one that we've thought about a lot.
Yes, that guy there is.
I think he runs on. The only downside with that is at the moment the heavy lift dropship isn't quite ready for that kind of level of discipline yet.
No, but he's been tuned at the moment, so he is in a good phase, but not at that final phase. So he's not quite ready yet, but he's still doing pretty good.
And also, there's another thing that's to convince it as well, that it's on the same transmitter for the Mark II.
Oh, it's just changed over.
Aye.
Yeah. Tristan says, hello. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in very much. I'm new. Oh, that's okay. Yes, so far on the stream, we are making that 3D printed plane. At the same time, behind me, I'm making the windows for the giant quad dropship. And we're going quite good. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Work on that guy.
Yeah.
So this is a 3D printed eagle. And like we were saying in some of the comments there about the episode that came out this week, which was the Mark III RC wingsuit, which is when we went for flight, which was pretty cool. It was a very cool place to choose the location.
Oh, for the Mark III?
For the Mark III off the cliff there.
And did it? How did it? Oh, we don't want to wreck it if you've already seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about the
earlier in the stream we were going through the episode, but you're welcome to rewind or jump to the episode. I don't want to wreck the surprise. Very cool.
What plane? What plane is the one that we're making? And maybe that's what Tristan's saying.
This is the RC Eagle. It is.
Do we have the head? Where's the body of them? There you go. There's the body. So far on the live stream well, not this live stream, but on the previous of the series that you're welcome to go back and check out. And we have made the body and the wing, and this one is not our design. We didn't design this one.
Can't claim it.
No, can't. What's the word for it, Richard? Can't claim that one.
Can't claim.
That's the one, and that's the body. And this is the plain print made. This one, I think, and we're just printing it out. So yeah, he's coming along. He's coming along.
That's right. In a short amount of time, we'll give you a sort of a hint about what the next week's episode is going to be about.
Ah, yes.
So stay tuned for that.
And there's some feathers. You haven't seen those? There's some finger feathers, is the big kind of name.
It's been dubbed on this. That's the official term for it.
Official
finger
term.
feathers.
So the wing. So we are making some good headway. We're just going to put some doweling rods in there.
And if you wonder what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just
Fixing.
effectively adding filler with filament. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You could probably swap that guy
An
over.
RC plane? Yes. It's an RC plane, absolutely, yes. RC plane, do we have a motor, Richard, to show what it would go on his nose? Yes.
3G. Yes, we do. So we're going to be using this particular motor on the front, paired with this, which is a 50 amp ESC. Hopefully you can see it from our sponsors, Hobbywing. So big thanks to those guys for
Sticking with
helping
us
out and sticking with us.
Thanks very much for tuning in. If you want to carry on, head over to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, it is pretty cool, eh? But yeah. But you're talking about the RC wingsuit, the Mark III design that we came up with, and we did its maiden flight. What do we think of that episode, guys? Were we pretty excited about it? We were to get out there and finally toss it off a cliff. We thought, you know,
why not risk everything?
Why not risk everything and go for broke and just risk it all? And all in all, it came out pretty well.
Always exciting.
It's like anything, you just never know what's going to happen when you go for a maiden flight.
The real thing. Should I cut this one over here, do you think? I don't really want to cut it on the table. That'd be kind of...
Do you have something to cut on?
A piece of wood or something, perhaps.
Okay, well maybe you could grab a piece of plywood or something and bring it back. Mr. Boswell said, how long have you both been flying and building RC? Okay, so this particular aircraft, I guess you said this particular one, I think this is the fifth.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Fifth series, but ultimately between us we've done over 60 years of flight experience and building these guys from aircrafts to UAVs. So yes, big claim, but actually it's not really that big a claim. We just never stopped when we were like in primary school. So we never stopped. We just kept doing
we just joined a club, and our first plane happens to sit above us on the roof, maybe in
Sentimental Valley.
Sentimental Valley. He's been stripped of parts, but he still sits there proudly. And
where's the parts used?
Other builds, maybe.
Oh, they were used on the lanyard that we built.
Yeah, so that the guy above us is it was a multiplex. So it's a foam kind of plane, and that was our first plane, and we were very lucky to get that one. And yeah,
at the time it was
the bee's knees as well.
Still is.
You two guys make the first RC bird. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Thanks. It's not our design though. That's the only downside.
Can't
but is it the first RC bird on Livestream? Perhaps. So we could claim that probably. The first one on Livestream built.
Oh, I don't know of any others.
I don't know of any others.
Arguably it is.
Arguably it is. So we could probably claim that. But yes, we will be in the next phase of this guy. So once he's all together and whatnot, he'll be painted and looking good, and then we'll be flying on Livestream. So stick around for all that. Happy says, just imagine the courage of the guy who tested the first wingsuit. Yeah, exactly. So the first guy, if you go back to the original thing, we could jump into that in a second, maybe on thing, but we can split screen it back. But the original guy jumped from the Eiffel Tower. He did not make it very well, but he put forth this idea, and it was in quite a while ago, and he made he invented
a tailor, right?
He was a tailor, and he wanted to show off his gear, and that's what happened. He did not make it, but
he did pave the way.
He lives on and paves the way for the Mark III. Prime subs is joined. Cheers, man. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, awesome.
First live bird. Yeah, we'll call it. We might as well claim it.
Yeah, you gotta claim it.
Yeah. Hey, there's a scooter pie. Scooter pie. Maybe that's what he's saying.
I feel that's like a nickname.
Yeah, I feel that is.
Maybe between like a husband and wife almost.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, like people say different names. They got pet names for people, don't you?
Yeah.
I just call this one's Richard. Sometimes
this one.
Sometimes
I'm a person.
Yes, and sometimes I say apparently I just say like and then apparently he responds. So there you go.
Yeah. Sometimes I just call him ha.
Ha.
You don't even say Harry, just say ha. Okay. I have to move on to this table because you're giving me the shakes.
Anyway. But yes, no, thanks so much for tuning in, brother. Are you two fasting? You mean like food eating? No, not that I know of. But great question, I suppose. Interesting question. I haven't had that one before. No, we haven't really. Just normal. That's what normal people do.
Yeah, just nothing special.
Nothing too exciting. Pizza. Always a big fan of pizza. As happy as. Oh yeah. Is there some particular celebration coming up?
There might be.
Maybe. Yeah. Not sure. But no, we just keep busy doing our thing.
Different cultures, different things, right?
That's right. Yeah. Could be some sort of celebration on it. Maybe.
Yeah. It's all good. I wish I had a 3D printer.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good tool. It's a
That's
good tool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the prices have dropped down quite a bit now.
Yeah. When we were at uni, it was like, I think that the price of a 3D printer just came in, so maybe the minimum probably was maybe, I don't know, 100,000 or something like that. So it's come a long way since then. Yeah. Now you can probably get one in New Zealand, probably more expensive than any other country, but nonetheless.
Just because they like to mix it up a bit.
What's that?
In New Zealand, they like to mix it up.
Yeah, for sure. The Propso says, also my first YouTube drone channel from 2012 was named Scooter Park. Oh, okay, so we got a bit of a flashback there, the inside joke that I didn't know. Very cool, man, nice. 2012, sweet, you've been doing it. You're a pro master. There you go, if you haven't seen or heard of Propsoft, he's the master of making little drones. So very cool. Make sure you go and check those guys out. Happy and yeah. So I missed something there. I need to post interview that I haven't edited and uploaded. Oh, he's got to go. I didn't quite get that one. Missed that one. GB said 3D print stuff on my channel. Sweet. Yeah, nice. Shout out to you too.
He's got a number of different designs, apparently.
I hate editing. Yeah, it's got to be done, man. It's kind of part of the journey of the YouTube for sure.
How long have we been live streaming? And this stream, I think this stream's only about an hour at the moment, but we've been streaming for, in terms of our history.
Since we're talking about history, I guess.
Since we seem to be doing history on this one, well over a year.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know, a while, I suppose a little while, I don't know. I'd rather be flying. Yeah. Editing has to be done, otherwise the episodes don't come out. That is the one downside with YouTube, but it's cool making stuff. We always like making stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're editing or making a movie, it's the same thing as making stuff.
Yeah. I guess in terms of the live stream, we tend to do it like, what, once a week? How often
sometimes twice.
How often do you guys do a live stream there, Propsoft? Because I know you do it quite a bit.
Yeah, true.
Since he's the die-hard master and all.
Yeah, it's for sure. GB says, I have a number of different designs for the whistling bombs. If you ever want to play with them in a video, I can hook you up. Oh, sweet.
Nice, man, yeah.
A buddy of ours,
Lloyd?
Yeah, Lloyd from Lloyd Industries, he made some whistling bombs, and he was flying with his, which one was it? Which particular plane?
It's a rear pushing prop, isn't it?
It kind of looks like the Predator if you're a fan of that one, and he was dropping them off into the ducks, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, but thanks nonetheless for the offer. We might take you up on it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, how would we send them to her? Maybe join our Discord page or...
page or...
DM? Do you say slide into those DMs? I'm not sure.
That's what they say to girls.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Propso says, same here, if you have free time to edit, I'm out flying. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, nice.
Propso says, I live stream maybe once a week or two. No, nice. Yes,
sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
It's pretty full on otherwise, right? Because you gotta prepare for the live stream.
Yeah, you gotta do all the homework and stuff that goes with it. You gotta make it look good. But I guess that's part of the excitement, right?
Well, it's a live show, right?
It's a live show. There's no cutaways for sure. Happy says, I've met Lloyd too. Cool guy. Yeah, he's pretty cool dude for sure. He's a very cool dude, and it was very cool that he came on the channel.
Yeah. Where did you meet him there, Happy? Was it at some kind of swap meet or some kind of event, or did he come onto your show? Or I guess there's no wrong answer on that. Well, maybe you saw him at the dairy.
That's right.
I mean, you're more likely to see him than us down the road.
Yeah, for sure.
Since you're on the same continent.
Yeah.
And what's maybe this one using on it? That one.
Instagram, I think.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us on live stream at the moment, we are live in the workshop working on the RC Eagle, and currently we're on Instagram and YouTube. And if you want the full experience, we always promote going over to our YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to continue on where you are. Yeah, so we're making the RC Eagle. Harry's currently cutting out the foam that will make the rudder for the RC Eagle. I said RC Eagle like 5 times in. Anyway, thanks very much for joining in.
Yeah, appreciate it. How long have you two made RC planes? Oh, great question. So technically, when we first started making RC planes, well, it wasn't technically us. Our uncle got us into RC planes, and we were helping him make his ones. So a little while, I guess. Since
we're very, very little.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, our whole life.
Well, not the whole time, because you know we could have been doing other things like horse riding. You can't do it all the time. It's impossible.
No, it's
first thing, you got to sleep sometime. I'm only human.
Happy says I used to be the secretary of the RC club for a while. Very cool.
Nice man, sweet.
And
maybe that's where he met Lloyd. Right.
Yeah, possibly.
Pops off says, FYI, this weekend is We Bleed FPV. Oh yeah.
The champs race in New York.
Yeah. Is that being streamed live? I think it is.
I feel it is.
We'll tune in and have a look at that for sure if it is.
Well, maybe he's got a video. He might do it, film it in post. That's all good.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, we'll look at it.
Well, yeah. So Happy asked the same thing. Will it be streamed live? There you go. So
Great minds think alike. But I beat you to it there, Happy. For the people out there wanting to know, did Happy beat us to the stream? Yes, he did.
He did. Yeah. How much bill is it? How much bill you make the RC plane?
Oh, how much does it cost? Is that what you mean?
How much cost? What's the cost of an RC plane?
Propster says the whoop track this year is absolutely insane. My boy Gaps will be racing. Oh, sweet. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Sweet. Go and support the brother there for sure.
And I guess I think what you're saying is how much does this aircraft cost? It's just the files for the filament, obviously, for the 3D printer.
Which is we earlier in the stream we were talking about how much filament, and we kind of came to
it's like 1.5 spools. So 1 full spool of lightweight filament, and then maybe half a spool of the PLA Pro.
Yeah.
From
so that's pretty good.
And then obviously the file itself
and the components.
Yeah. So yeah, you can work that out pretty quick. Happy says at about 60 members, there we go, and 110 when I re-signed. And Lloyd's pretty cool apparently. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure if you bump into him, make sure you give us a shout out. Say hi to him for us. Yeah, for sure. He's a cool dude.
Probably more likely to meet him.
Run into him on public. Yeah.
But since you're in the same continent and all.
You see that. But got to be too much drama and fussing over silly stuff, so I resign. Well, these things happen. Now I can enjoy RC along a lot more. Oh, that's good, man. Yeah. I guess groups are always funny things. If you're talking about any group, could be RC, could be
anything like soccer or anything. Or gridiron or whatever it is.
Yeah, groups are just they get a bit political sometimes, sadly. But I guess the main thing is to stay true to who you are and have fun doing it. That's what it's all about.
I guess sometimes what we do is we give them a break for a little bit and then we get back. Yeah. Sometimes being there all the time is a bit too much.
Happy says to clarify, Lloyd wasn't any issue. Lloyd's all good. Yeah. GB says
you don't need to clarify. That's
all good.
It's kind of like a given.
He's a cool dude. Does Lloyd have a YouTube channel? I'd like to see.
He does. Yeah.
His designs. Yeah, for sure. Lloyd Industries Inc.
And we did a chat with him, so you can look at the
live streams. That's how you'd probably be able to do it.
The fastest way would probably be look at our live stream chat, and then go down and then to the link. You can find the link in the description. There we go, and then bam, you're on there.
Whammy. GB says Lloyd. Yes. Yes, Lloyd Industries, I think. Yep, that's right.
And if you do manage to jump over, just say Harry, Richard, and Happy say hi.
Yeah. It's the first thing you got to say.
Yeah, it's the first and only thing you got to say. Get a special invite.
Is that how you get like into the party or something like that?
Yeah. It's
like
like
a-
you can't just
Can't roll
walk
in.
You gotta know the bouncer.
Yeah, so you got to have the
Inside scoop.
the inside voice, as they say. So in the background, you can see over my left shoulder the 3D printer printing the VTOL Dropship's windows. Can we bring that guy in to show how the size of that looks? He's at 22%, and Richard's just going to go and grab that guy to show you how big we're actually making him. That way you kind of get an idea. I've cut out the tail. The tail. All good?
Yeah, I just seen this one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for joining and continue on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, sweet. And Happy says, ask for the H&R drone racing discount. yeah, throw it down, see what he says. That's what it's all about, man. It's what it's all about. But yes, it's coming along quite nicely. This will be all printed out and painted and looking like an eagle. Are we going to go with an eagle print? Are we going to scheme? We're going to go with
Yeah, like a bald eagle. We're looking at it on one of the streams.
A bald eagle, but not one of those ones with, he's got hair, as it were. He's got feathers.
He's a white eagle.
Props Off says also soon to release my Props Off 40-inch frame. It's 40-inch? Props Off 40, sorry. Frame, I will release a video and everyone in the world will have a chance to own one. It's a frame for the 75mm quadcopter lovers. Sweet, man. Yeah, nice. Yeah. I'll have a look at that for sure. No, it's good on you, man. This is exciting for you. We'll talk about the bald eagle. Hang on.
Paint scheme.
The paint scheme for him. Hang on. Just show you that. That's cool. That's good to see other people out there in the world inventing stuff. That's where it's all at. Yeah, so that's a bald eagle kind of look is what this guy will look like when he's finished. Trisham says, are you making the RC in the garage? The Eagle, yes, where we are at the moment. Yes, this is the workshop. I guess you'd say garage, workshop. Yeah.
Let's say workshop. Sounds cool.
It sounds cool if you say workshop. That's where it's at. Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. No, good on you there, Props Off. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's a big.
It's a very cool project.
A big. What do you call it? A big moment.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's exciting.
Yeah, what do you reckon of the color scheme, guys? That's kind of like what we're aiming for, something like that. Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Well, too bad. We're still making it.
No, there you go. That's good.
And I guess you could bring this guy in for the VTOL Dropship.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I even reach over there?
I'm not sure.
Pretty big. Is that? I can't see where I am.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah. Ooh. So you go there.
Okay, so that's the just the front half.
It's just the front half of the windows that have been printed.
So we're doing these ones over here.
You can kind of see the windows. There's one or two of them.
Yeah. So that's the VTOL Dropship that we're working on our channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, quad tilt rotor, so the motors will effectively rotate forward into plane flight.
And Props Off says, so Happy says, when you get famous, remember your friends in low places. You mean high places, my man. High places.
Are we clear?
Yeah, you're clear. Yeah. Wait, keep going. Yeah, you're fine now. Okay, there you go. What have we got here? Do you know Pansella? Please search. I'll write it down. Yeah. Have you got a pencil?
Hang on.
Just posted a maiden flight of it. Definitely a fun rip. Oh yeah, of the 40 for sure. And Happy says huge. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream. I appreciate it.
We were looking at that.
I'll just write that name down. What was it?
What was the
P-A-N-C-A-S. Sella. Nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, no, it's gonna be epic and sick to see that in the air. For sure, they're Props Off. And I guess it's also cool to see that quad tilt in the air for sure. Processes frame and FPV probably not so much. Oh, you mean to see it? No, the frame will be cool. Yeah, no, it's always cool to see your hard work pay off. That's what it's all about, man. And what are we looking at here? The original history of the guy, of the wingsuiter.
Yeah, this is what he looked like.
Tristan says, have you guys made a bomber? Do you make a bomber? 2. Well, I guess the VTOL Dropship is kind of a bomber, I guess you'd say, but it's a dropship of people.
Inspired by Edge of Tomorrow and Elysium, so very close to a bomber.
Cyberpunk bomber kind of thing. But have we officially made like a Lancaster bomber? No, we haven't made that on the channel yet.
It'd be kind of cool to do.
No, it sounds pretty cool. Good idea, man. Nice.
It goes on the list.
Goes on the list, yeah.
So this is the history you're talking about.
Yeah, so earlier in the stream we were talking about the history of the wingsuiter, the first wingsuit, I think, Happy Hour. So I'll just show you that. Hang on. What would that be?
It was made.
I'll just jump over it.
This is the guy that Harry's talking about that jumped from the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
This cool cat right here.
That's cool. This guy inspired us. This guy's an inspiration.
Yeah.
This guy's legit.
This guy. Look at that guy.
That guy's sick. Look at him. He's a tailor.
Yeah, he's just going for it.
That's sick. Don't even say that word on YouTube. Which one? Sick. That one? Or
cool cat? Is that what you mean?
Cool cat. Is that what you meant?
Anyway, this guy's where it's at.
It's cool if you build an RC bomber. Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure. We're gonna write that down.
I guess we were talking earlier in the stream. We were talking about the whistle bombs, right?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, nice.
And LCG says Enola.
Yeah.
Is that the guy's name? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Swap it out. That's cool.
Yeah, the guy's sick. The guy's legendary. Anyway, so that's kind of our
inspiration for the wingsuit designs.
Wingsuit designs Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. It's all up from that guy. It's legit for sure. Okay.
Pass my chip back.
Yeah, certainly you can have one. There you go.
All right, thanks.
So anyway, so we're getting along. We're coming along.
All right.
What's that the guy's name? Enola.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're actually, I'm lucky enough to actually see a wingsuit in real life.
And we've interviewed 2 wingsuiters on a live stream for sure.
Yeah. So it was Christina Ruskina, very famous wingsuiter in her own right, and what do you call it? And she's a speed wing specialist. See lots of her episodes coming up, and she's quite big on Instagram and TikTok. No, Instagram and Facebook. She's quite big. And Inersa Gainzer, 3 tons Guinness World Record holder, and we're lucky enough to interview both of them. So big shout out to those guys. And that was the idea. That's where some of the ideas that came for these current designs, like the Mark II for the wingsuiting, came from them. So thanks very much for them to take some time and join in on the live stream. It was very cool. All good, eh?
Yeah, just checking. Checking.
Checking.
Did you want some water? I can go get some.
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's grab some water.
So if you're just joining on a live stream, we are working on the RC Eagle. It's a 3D printed plane. And it is going to be flying on live stream as always. And yeah, thanks very much for joining in, dude. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And it's all going pretty well. I think this is the 5th episode in the series that we've done on live stream, because we're building the whole entire aircraft on the stream series. So yeah, you're more than welcome to join in or rewatch some of the action that we've done on the previous series. And currently, like Harry was saying, the dropships windows have been printed for that project, which was the big colorful guy that you saw previously. And yeah, it's all going pretty well. And obviously we're working on this week's episode. Yeah, and when Harry comes down, we'll give you an idea about, or sort of an insight or hint about what that might be once Harry comes back. So yeah, there you go. And everything. Oh, that's an off. Yep. And how we doing? Nice. Everything seems to be good. Yep. All good. Right. So what's our hint going to be, Harry? For next week's episode? Well, all going well. It will be ideally released on Tuesday at 6 AM as always. on our YouTube channel.
Hint.
And what will the hint be, Harry? All good?
Yeah.
All good. So what are we going to say the hint's going to be?
Oops. Pass that camera. Hey. Just thanks for tuning in. You're welcome. Carry on our YouTube channel. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so the hint, I guess, would be, what could we say? We could say,
Thanks for joining in, dude.
yeah, for sure. What am I going to say as the hint? How do we say that without giving the game away?
Okay, it's going to be about aerodynamic improvement.
Yeah, aerodynamic.
And ideally going well tomorrow testing. Winter testing.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. That's the hint of the week.
We just got to go and do it. No pressure by us. Self-made pressure.
Yeah, that's right.
Self-imposed.
Yeah, so hopefully it's all good. So we'll say aerodynamic improvement on a design.
Okay, so that's one side done. There you go. It's looking healthier. There's no gaps there. So I can start doing the same thing on the other side now. Yippee! So yes, that's what's happening.
Nice.
Okay, but we are making some improvement. It's not going to win any the fastest build award,
No.
but it is nonetheless coming along.
2.5 million.
Is that one done now?
What's that?
That one? I think it was waiting for you to do something.
I think it's done.
Does Happy have any ideas about what he might like coming forward? What sort of aircraft you're looking forward to getting in the future? Happy says he actually got a book about aerodynamics for Christmas. Oh, very cool. And it's what his family is trying to tell him. Fair enough.
Very cool, man.
Very cool, though.
What a nice present.
It's good. It's quite a nice present, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess the answer is you never really, doesn't matter how many books or whatever you read or do, you never really finish. So it's always something that can be refined or improved on, right?
That's what it's all about.
Even the best guys in the world still get it wrong.
That's right. That's what makes it exciting.
But yes, we always appreciate the effort it takes to turn up to these things, like the live streams and the episodes and stuff like that. So yeah, big shout out and thanks to you guys for taking the time and effort to join in on this stuff. And I think some of the announcements I think this week was that we made. I think we released it early in the week, but I think we put up that we made 4,000 subscribers. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That was quite a big something we've been wanting to achieve for a while. So it was cool. Okay, it's starting to come together, guys.
So thanks very much for sticking with us and joining in if you're new.
Yeah.
Nice. 2.5. That's right.
How's the printer going over there,
It was at 25% when I looked last.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. 4K. Yeah. Yeah, it's like anything. There's always aspects in our lives that we can always improve.
What's this?
That's what we're talking about. Like knowledge is power, is what they say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so percentage-wise, you're at 29% on this print. And I just need a battery for him.
Oh, yeah. Awesome stuff. Happy says, congratulations on the 4,000 subscribers, guys. Yep, awesome, thanks, man. You know, guys work hard on and off camera. Yeah, well, you know it. Great work. I'm all about that. Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. It might not seem that much, but for us, it was a big deal. What do you think, Aaron?
What's that?
4,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
That's kind of a
cool,
big
man.
deal.
Yeah,
eh?
it's very cool. Very honoured. All right.
And props off agrees. All right, cool, man. Thanks.
All right. So in the background, I have been doing some other things, but also getting a drill ready. 2.5 is what it said, and it comes with a marker.
So is that the only bit of foam that you need on that?
Yeah.
That's not even on it.
Oh, it's not even on. What am I doing? Hang on. We'll go back to split screen. I like this split screen. Where's my split screen? Yes. Tristan City's back. Cheers, man.
Thanks very much for joining. Back in on the action.
So, yeah, so if you missed the action, what's been happening? I have managed to get that done, and you see there it says 2.5, and that's what I'm going to drill. Yeah.
Yes.
Oops.
So that is the rudder that you're playing with, right?
Some sort of rudder, yeah.
It does feel quite strong, actually, surprisingly. I think it must be, because we have made other designs and stuff with lightweight filament, but because of this leading edge it's made with the PLA Pro, it actually does really improve the strength of the aircraft design, which is cool.
An upgrade from the other one, really. No.
Yeah, and Robert's joined in, so thanks very much.
Hey, Robert, and thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. What boggles the mind is there's 4,000 people out there that understand. That's the quote of the week right there.
Boggles the mind.
Nice. Yeah,
And what's the temperature happening over there?
But it's cold.
But it's cold. It might be warm now.
Could be.
You know,
I guess for us this week it's kind of been a bit of rain. I've seen
it's kind of like tropical at the moment. It's kind of
muggy weather.
yeah. So I was kind of thinking more like it's something that you might like to experience in Borneo. Not that we've ever been to Borneo, maybe in a rainforest or something. It's kind of what we sort of thinking about before the live stream.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, but yeah, big deal when we hit the 4,000 subscriber mark. Yeah, milestone and a half.
Yeah, nice.
Not that anyone wants to blow their own trumpet or anything.
No, it's yeah. That's what it's all about.
I'm a big deal now.
What's this?
That's what a lot of people do. They're like, I'm a big deal now. Got.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, it's very cool to have you guys join in on the stream. Do you think that's got 3 slots there? Why do you think they did that? 3 lines? Do I want to put 3 lines in there?
Not really.
Not really, eh?
Yeah.
We could always add them in post if need be. There you go. So that's that one.
What do we say? He says minus 26. Yeah, I knew it'd be awesome.
No, it's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
I mean, for us, maybe once a year, if we ever have a holiday, we'll go to somewhere a little bit colder. And you're going like, whoa, your body, since we're used to being up where the sun is all the time, you're like, whoa, I got to put my beanie on, my scarf on, my gloves on, 2 pairs of gloves, 2 pairs of socks. And it's quite a funny thing. You're going like, whoa,
You get out of the car because maybe like air conditioned or something.
No, yeah, it could be.
Could be possible.
But you're used to it. Your body's used to it.
And then you step out of the car and you're like, whoa, it's cold. Instantly put those jumpers on.
Yeah. I remember we went to Taupo once, like a family.
What's that, like middle of the New Zealand, I guess?
Yeah. And it's just like a cool.
Kind of a lake. It's a nice
like,
place.
nice place. But anyway, there's a mountain not too far away, so it's always quite a little bit cold there. But it's one of those ones where, yeah, for us it was quite noticeable. All good?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I just used it up.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I guess I'll finish with that one, and I suppose I'll start working on the actual one. Put it onto the actual plane, I suppose, is what it needs. I don't know. 32% on that guy behind us for the big dropship. We'll just leave it there. There we go. And where's the directions, Richard? Where'd you put them?
On the ground, in
On
between.
the ground? Oh, under here. Yeah, cool. Robert says flew a... Prop says he flew a trainer with a buddy box active. He trusted me for a little bit. Nice. Oh yeah, cool. Like a trainer plane. Sweet. Have you done that sort of thing before? I'll stick to quadcopters and 3D helis. Oh, I don't know. Experiencing something different is always quite fun too. Buddy box system, yeah, the old buddy box system is quite useful. It's kind of interesting, and also flying planes when it's not your setup,
and it's got like different
and
tune.
it's like the expo and all that sort of thing's quite funny. You jump on somebody else's plane,
You're like,
and
oh,
you're like,
good.
I'm all good. You're like, oh wow, look at that. You're like, I wouldn't have expected that. Like for instance, normally with our planes, jets or whatnot, we have them pretty much stock. We don't put any expo on, so we like it twitchy, just like we fly our quadcopters. But then you jump on somebody else's and you're going like, why is it not going right? No,
Something's right, something's wrong.
Something's broken.
So
I've broken it.
not.
I've done something wrong.
And then somebody else's aircraft, and you're like,
Oh dear. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. Getting into flying RC planes, yeah. Well, yeah. What do you think? That's a great question, there, Happy. Yeah, nice. He says he doesn't believe he'd get into it. I think the FPV is what I'm addicted
cool.
to.
Stick to what you know.
Yeah, it's cool, good, man. Yeah. I quite like the wings. The FPV wings is pretty cool too. I guess we've got. I'm just looking up above us. If you're talking about the wings, the FPV wings, we have the was it the TBS Caparanda 2, which we need to launch again.
Oh, that's right, because we made that
catapult, so we do need to do that. So stick around
one of these days.
One of these days we'll post and tell you when that's coming up. But also the jet wing, he's kind of a wing guy, isn't he? With a man on. He's got turbines on him, but nonetheless he's kind of that wing design kind of thing. But he's got a parachute and all that stuff.
So he's different, but similar.
Yeah. Oh, and then Happy says the same kind of thing, which is you can try FPV fixed wing. Yeah. That's a great suggestion, man. Just says, do it? Fly with 3D printed wings, perhaps. Yeah. Maybe you could make something like this and then try that. Professor says, is that it? Maybe the question. Maybe if I tune the plane to my mind, it will possibly be more fun. Very insightful here. You know, it's an interesting one. Yeah, flying other people's planes is a funny old thing. It's just interesting to fly something else, to see how.
Also, flying live is interesting.
It's another
with a live stream.
We would highly advise it.
It definitely you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. And
well, you got an audience.
Yeah.
Or like,
but like when we go to the club field, you get an audience, a certain type. You know, you have to perform. If you crash, everybody's like,
oh no.
Oh no. So
I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done that. But nonetheless, flying with other people is always good, especially if they're supportive. Yeah,
ideally,
like Richard, when I fly with Richard, or you guys when we're flying live stream. Pops says FPV wing interests me. However, the beyond line of sight is the thing here. Yes. Okay. The rules, I guess we're talking about. Yeah. Can you fly like over here beyond line of sight is a thing, but you can get a ticket to say that's all good. Once you're done, the ticket's fine.
Qualified. Right?
To qualified. But also, you beyond line of sight, you don't necessarily have to fly that far to enjoy it just as much. Like for instance, when we fly at the field, we might be flying with FPV goggles, But we're flying amongst the other guys flying around.
That's quite cool.
And that's fun because then you got other people, they're flying their style, which is, line of sight. But they're not flying very far.
But also the cool thing about this, because at our particular club, they don't really have any direction that they're going to travel. So everybody's kind of like random.
Yeah, that makes it more exciting.
It makes it interesting.
You don't all fly together. It's just chaos out there.
So it's interesting because you're like, okay, am I high left? Where is he? Is he behind me? Like, yeah, it's interesting, especially when you're in the cockpit as well, because like from the FPV side of things, because you sort of have to rely on, like, say we have observers, so like Harry will observe me. That doesn't make sense. He'll be watching eyes and ears for the other aircrafts in there while I'm doing my flying.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Something. I think
just don't fly near the military. Yeah, good call. Don't fly around those guys.
Yeah, you wouldn't. We don't really have any. Do we have any military bases here? Not so much.
Not
the closest would be Auckland.
Yeah, for North or something like that.
Yeah, for North.
So,
no, but you wouldn't. Why would you? Because then you just lose your drone or your plane.
Yeah, you don't want to hit one of those guys.
No, there are special rules. You can't fly near airports unless you've got exemptions and those sorts of things. And maybe it's just common sense, really.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's just silly.
Beyond line of sight can make it life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A life-changing issue. Oh, is there something? Sounds like $10,000. Ah, okay. So yeah, okay. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things with you got to make sure that you stick by the rules, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But as long as you stick by the rules, you are all good. People are good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just I guess you say you always be safe out there. When you're flying, you got to be common sense is a must.
Yeah.
For sure.
And having fun.
That's what it's all at. First, okay. So next, I got to make this part here, which is this one here. You see that there?
Sorry, my head's in the way. Sorry.
That's okay. And then you got to put this into here. That's what I'll be doing.
Fine for the guy that broke a few rules. Yes.
For a guy that broke a few rules. Oh, leave that. Here it is over there. Oh, that's not so good for him. Oh man. Oh, that's not so good. That's a shame. Well, hopefully it. Like I say, hopefully it all sorts out and that doesn't happen to other people. Yeah, it's not so good. I guess even in New Zealand, if you were flying and doing something that you shouldn't be, like I'm not sure in that particular case, but if you're flying and doing something that is really bad, like saying flying at the Auckland airport or something like that, then I don't think anything good would happen your way if they made it, if doing something irresponsible.
Yeah. After all, it's meant to be a fun activity, not destroying somebody else's fun, which they might be in the air or you're talking about like a military base. They're doing something productive.
Yeah,
saving people's lives. It's always a good thing.
That's right. You two really like history. Yes, you can learn a lot from history. It's one of those things where
kind of like a do's and don'ts.
they have learnt, and then we can learn from them. We've done something, and then we can. Mick's joined the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in there, Mick. Cheers, brother. Unfortunately, common sense is not very that common. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
I feel that's kind of like in general.
Yeah, I feel
it's not specifically this particular hobby related.
No, common sense is a funny old thing.
I have seen, speaking about common sense, I have seen, when GPSs just came out, changing topic slightly, and people used to watch the GPS like it's like a real track in real time. So they would drive from the GPS, if you get my drift. For example, they wouldn't think for themselves. They would just drive into the water or go down the boat ramp and then into the water.
Yeah, that did happen a few times in New Zealand.
Yeah. I've seen people, I've heard about people actually doing that legitimately.
Robert says, I heard going after the old guys that drone flies, you should be, you should be fast. Yeah, you'll be fine. It's important not to share questionable flight videos. Oh yeah, that kind of comes into the common sense thing, really, isn't it? Yeah. If you're posting something online that you shouldn't have been doing, I guess that kind of comes into the uncommon sense thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Ah.
That slots in there. How does that go in there? Actually, how does that go in there? Do you think?
Inside.
Yeah, in there. Maybe
Is there like a
it's supposed to go
like
in
an
there.
internal slot thing?
Well, there was a bit of a slot there, but I can't. You know, it might have sealed up a bit because of the thing.
What?
See? That's where it goes.
It was like that.
Yeah, but this one needs to be modified, right?
Hmm. Interesting.
I could just snap these off and then just make my
You
own.
could just modify it. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
mod
yeah.
it. What is
There we go. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, yeah, fine. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. All good. And how to fly the RC Eagle with no tail, like a tail plane.
Plain tail.
Yeah, so it's got unique features, isn't it? How does it steer? Because it's got Arons.
It's pretty much like a normal plane, really, except
Effectively,
what
yeah.
is the difference?
There's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, there's a
And
little bit of
servos.
a mix, but we'll get into that later on. But that's more of a servo mix, I guess. In in terms of like if you're talking about the
In terms of mixes, or the ultimate mix was definitely on the Mark II wingsuit, right?
more technical, yeah.
That was pretty.
That was,
it was like a week of mixing to come up with that mix.
Our mix, custom mix.
So what do we have in that? We had the glide. We had the glide form, right?
Yeah.
And then we had tracking form, and then we also had braking on the canopy, right? Those are the different ones that we wanted.
Bobson says that's a real advice. Do you not share flight videos whoops only? Yeah, nice. They're very cool, man. And we're sad to see them beating up on the hobby. Yeah, it is a shame that things. Yeah, but I guess there's money to be made, I guess. But anyway, I guess it's one of those things. It's I guess it's not really a political channel, so I guess we don't really talk about that too much. But we do have fun on the channel, so there you go. That's where it's at, having fun.
Yeah.
37% on the print at the moment.
It is quite warm here.
It's very humid.
It's not minus 23. That's for sure.
No. Yeah, it'd be quite nice to get this tail on.
And what time is it over there, guys? At the moment, it is about 5:30 in the afternoon for us. Is it heavy to fly? For flight, maybe.
I wouldn't say so. No, I don't think so.
It's interesting you say that because, like, say something like you were talking about the Kapari 2, which is just out of shot up on the roof there. That weighs a ton. I mean, not physically, but it just weighs a lot. And you don't think it will fly, but in the right conditions, like for example,
heavy wind,
and
mountain,
a good launch off the catapult because it can't be thrown. It is absolutely spot on, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, you can get heavy things to fly, like the
like a bomber. Bomber's a good example.
The VTOL Dropship, that will be quite heavy, but because of the propellers and the motor thrust, it will overcome those issues. And
happy days.
Happy days, yeah.
So weight is an issue, but not necessarily an issue.
Yeah, fair enough. That's why he really does drone videos. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah. As Robert says, it's 10:30 p.m. at night.
Oh, thanks for the effort, brother.
And what do you say? Okay, yeah. No idea and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Well, not fair enough. It's just makes it hard.
Yeah.
I guess the answer would be it's just like anything. They might be doing a thing. You might be like the hot commodity at the moment, but after a while, when
there'll be something else.
There'll be something else, and they'll get on focused onto that.
So yeah, I guess it's just like any sport or activity or anything. It's just one of those things. At the moment, it's the hot commodity, but a couple of years from now, it won't be. It'll be moved on to something else. Yeah. I guess don't worry about don't get bogged down with the
you have to think long term.
Long term, yeah, that's right.
So like we used to work with different people and different type establishments that we worked at. Sometimes you work with great staff members, and sometimes you work with some that aren't so great. But eventually, either you won't be there or they won't be there.
And then it all works.
It all works out.
But yes, no, you always look forward to the good people there.
Yeah.
Around, yeah.
But you got to focus on the positive.
Always focus on the positive.
But how's the eagle coming, Harry? How's your part going?
I'm just kind of, I don't know, just trying to make my own design here.
Yeah.
Modify this one. It's a little bit tricky, kind of fiddly stuff, but I guess the way it printed means that we have to adjust it. Well, that went flying, didn't it? Process says it's 12:30 a.m. over where he is.
Whoa!
Thanks for the effort, brother. Appreciate it very much. And
Very cool.
I can't remember. 4-ish LR is. Do you guys know the B-2 bomber? Yeah, the stealth bomber. I haven't seen one in real life. Sadly, we don't really have those kind of cool planes over here. It has no tail. Yep, that's true. The stealth jet, the stealth bomber. What other plane doesn't have one? We were talking about one on the last live stream, guys. I think Happy was talking about one.
Or was it Robert? It might have been Robert.
It might have been Robert. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was an interesting one. It didn't have very much, and it was just pretty much straight into it. That works in a different design, different idea.
They don't have to have rudders.
No, you don't have to have them. It's just like anything. If you don't need it, it's just unnecessary weight. Robert says, no, so Happy says there are the great ones and there are the other ones.
Yeah, nice.
Just keep an eye on the other one. That's kind of like a good
analogy. Life lesson, people.
Life lesson, there you go. So make sure you learn Happy's lesson there. Robert says, Harry, there's saying sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the berg. Oh, there you go. Oh, I haven't heard that term before, but that's very clever. That's very clever. Popso says you're welcome and thanks for the entertainment. Oh, thanks, man. That's very cool. Okay, how are we getting on, Jen?
Yeah, I did that part.
So the part that I'm trying to do, so I'm kind of been a bit slow.
What's that on that guy?
Just off the line. So what I'm actually trying to do in the background is I'm trying to get these guys lined up, and there's a hinge that goes between.
Yeah, that's...
What's that? It's the other way around, I know.
Oh, I was going to say, it looks really weird.
And then there's a hinge that goes between that. I'm just trying to make it all sweet because I'm effectively modifying this design to do what I want.
Maybe I can sand this while you guys are doing it. Do you think? I could sand that.
Sand it?
Yeah.
The other thing we need to do is start putting in the dowling rod. The other thing I could do is you could put some sealant through here.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, I just...
No, you could
have told me that I would.
Tristan says, you live in the UK? No, never been to the UK. Good friends over there, though. So big shout out to those people. They know who they are. They might even be watching the stream. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them on the chat. But they might be, silently. Maybe when they are working on the other project that I happen to know what they're talking about. But, yeah, no, we are from New Zealand. New Zealand's where it's at, bruh. New Zealand, NZ.
Yes.
Popstar says, I built a plane. Oh, if I built a plane, sorry. If I built a plane, wouldn't be cool to have a vacuum former and clamshell the two halves, maybe both bodies quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think you're talking about the way our uncle used to make his wings. Very similar to that kind of design, and you put them in a vacuum former. You do the foaming. You
suck
put
it up.
And then you
chuck that over there and then pass that.
You let the resin cure as it sucks it together.
Yeah, that's right. I think he did it with, was it polystyrene?
A bit of polystyrene, a bit of resin, and the main thing is a bit of fiberglass and
that can-do attitude,
and the special thing,
and the device as well. Either are you planning to make the device, or are you planning to use something that like acquired, like a store or something?
Yeah, that's true. And where are you from? Oh, Tristan, where are you from? Oh, yeah, nice. Happy's in the US, yeah, for sure. Robert would be a cool idea, probably. Yeah, for sure. Just saying, thanks. Not leaving you quite yet. Oh, yeah, because you were saying before that maybe you might be heading off. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, for sure. You're always welcome there, props.
Well, in Indonesia, very much. Very cool. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks very much for joining, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, great place. Once again, we haven't been there either.
No.
We've seen lots of films.
No, we've seen lots of films. And
great place.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, I know, just work on this back tail while you do that. But yes, we are working on this tail at the moment. Effectively what I'm doing is what we always do.
You're ad-libbing?
Ad-lib the whole thing. Wing it. No, that's what Happy said. Just wing it.
Wing it.
And was it Robert that's got the wooden car?
How's the Morgan going there, Robert? Is it coming along okay?
I think it might have been the last stream. Maybe it was one
You
before.
put it on the fenders?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah. So hopefully you got those on. Well, there's 4 to go on, so it wouldn't be like straight away. It would take a little while.
Yeah, well, you want to get it on the right.
No, that's right.
Do you want me to carry on? Or?
Yeah, you do your thing. I'll just work on this tail section. I think what I'll do is I'll just start chopping make a better gap in there. Mine.
Okay, you're just gonna.
I'm gonna wing it.
You're gonna make it work.
Make it work. I think maybe we weren't supposed to use that kind of foam size, but oh well. Happy says he just sold one of his B2s. Nice. Freewing put that one out. Okay. And it's 270 EDS. So similar to the Jetwing. Do you see Jetwing? What do we call it now?
Jetman.
FPV Jetman. So we've put 70mm EDFs on that one. So okay.
It's quite similar. How did it fly, dude?
How did it fly, and what capacity battery did you put in? Just weight, just out of interest. I run 6S, nice. 6L.
So it's quite similar. So it's
clean drag flaps, just like the real ones. I think they open. I'm pretty sure the B2 did that.
Did that design? I'm not familiar exactly with the Freewing, but I know one of them. They also had a vertical clear rudder.
Oh,
film.
just like I'm doing.
Yeah, but I can't remember whether they did it.
One of them, a few designers.
Props says he's always a bit reluctant to build a plane. Well, fair enough. I watched a guy absolutely demolish and demolish it. Wrap plane, and it took forever to craft. I was like, that ain't for me. Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
That is the downside. You don't quite get that with drones. That they tend to be quite robust.
That's
in that
true.
way. So that
I guess not the big 3D printed one.
Relatively speaking, they are quite robust. But there is
generally when they normally do it.
But in general, like you're talking about with the was it the B2?
Traditional style plane is what you're talking about.
Like with a foam plane, it would be able to take a bit of a hiding before it wouldn't be able to be worked again.
Yeah. So if I guess that would be our advice for you there, Props. If you were going to get a plane, maybe go for something with expo foam kind of stuff.
EPO foam. Isn't it?
EPO foam, yeah. Yeah, so if it snaps or something, you can just put a bit of epoxy in it.
Not that there's anything wrong with the old balsa wood and solid film, because they can be replaced too.
And what would you say if you crashed a 3D printed plane there, Richard?
It's like
this one.
It's like a full scale one.
It's
a write-off.
It's a reprint of that wing or something.
Yeah.
Robert says the prop says the prop crash. No. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's one of those things. Robert says I had to laugh at your. Oh, I missed it. I couldn't quite read that before it disappeared.
Coyote cartoon
came out after when he landed. I think you're talking about the Mark III. yeah, it's a funny old one. I can bring the head up for you there. Hello. So there you go. So that's the good. That's like the toothpaste, right? So there, and then you turn his head, and then there. But yes, it's one of those ones where he will fix it, modify it, and send it for the real deal for sure.
Yeah, and he's actually his head's really reprinted, so he's got a brand new head now.
Why everyone is commenting really long? Because that's where it's at, bruh. That's where it's at. Happy says, yeah, I had a clear vertical fin for the B2 we're talking about. Could install, and most guys don't use it. I bought the one new and actually never opened it. But I have a second one that I hope to fly. It'd be cool to see it in the air.
Which one was that?
B2 we're talking about.
Oh, he's got two of them.
Well, he did have one, he sold one. B2, what size wingspan? Is it kind of like this kind of size, 2 meter-ish wingspan? Very cool.
Maybe you can bring up a B2 so they can know what they're looking at.
Yeah. Prop says the foam one's hot glue quick fix might be more my speed. Yes. We don't really use hot glue for our foam planes though. We always use epoxy. just because of when you're flying with the plane, it doesn't, the hot glue doesn't remelt.
Also, the downside of the hot glue is when you're in the sun, it comes undone.
Yeah, that's kind of the rule. Unless I guess you're using a high temp hot glue. Is there a high temp hot glue? It still kind of melts though, in our opinion.
I stay by my first statement.
Yeah. So yeah, even the high temp stuff for us has melted where we live. Where do you put the propellers? And this particular guy, I think we're talking about. Where's the head? So he goes.
You'll say. You've got him.
Huh?
You've got the head.
Where's the? Huh?
Is it in the box behind you?
My box. Oh, it's over here. There you go. So propeller you're asking about. There you go. There's the propeller mount. So there's two versions of this particular design, and you don't have to put a motor in them if you don't want to. If you wanted to do it as a glider, hello, you put them in there. So yeah, the motor.
Up to you.
It's up to you. It comes with its own motor mounts and all that stuff. But we'll be modifying it to do what we want.
And what about the V2 here? You can check it out.
B2. Hang on.
So was it a free wing? Was it?
Which particular one was it?
Good to know. Oh, cheers, man.
2.2 meter B2. Okay.
So is that free wing? Was it?
Was it the free wing? I'll just go and bring it up on the screen. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, it is. Yeah. We always use epoxy repair our foam planes, and it's always been a good thing. A little bit more weight is actually a good thing, except if you're say using the jet. He's hang on. Maybe I can bring a foam plane down. I'll do two things. I'll jump and grab that guy down.
You probably just point him, man.
Hey?
You probably just point him up top.
No, not sorry. Can I do that?
Yeah, it's nothing over there.
How would I do that with the camera?
Wait,
So I won't be able to bring it around.
just point it up there.
Hang on, it was just.
So Harry's talking about the F-18, I think is what he's talking about. And that's made in.
You can see him up there? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Up there.
There.
That guy there.
Yeah.
He's a foam guy.
It's a free. Okay, so it's a free wing
The
B2
F-18.
70 millimeter.
So it's a free one?
Yeah.
Hang on, is that better? Yeah, you can see what we're doing now. Okay, I'll try and bring it up on the screen.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah, sweet. Hang on.
Yeah, no, it's, it was definitely one of those aircrafts where you're like, oh yeah, that's,
So it's free wing, is it?
yeah, free wing, yeah, 70 millimeter.
I think I have seen it.
Okay.
Oh, we've never seen one in New Zealand.
No.
You wouldn't see that kind of plane in New Zealand.
No.
No, there wouldn't be. You wouldn't be able to see that sort of thing here. It's very kind of limited of what you can find. Hang on, I'll just bring the B2 up so people know what we're talking about. That one? Yeah, it's the one. So that's the B2. There you go.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. There's a guy standing there.
Right, let's go down here. Oh, that's motion RC, but still nonetheless.
It's cool nonetheless, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's massive. Yeah. It's quite large.
Pretty sick.
I'm pretty sure the real one's a lot larger than that, though. Full scale.
Yeah, very cool plane to fly. I would like to fly it. So if you ever happen to bring it over, if you go on holiday one time to New Zealand, they're happy, and you happen to bring it with you in your luggage, maybe in the overlocker. Yeah, bring it, and I'd like to fly that for sure. It was very cool, man.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Are you using super glue for this? For this particular aircraft currently, I am not using super glue. We have done in the past, yes, for all these type parts, but I'm using just the filament and I'm just heating it. So I'm effectively plastic welding at the moment. Because we've already done the glue side of things at this juncture.
So effectively, which is going in and filling. So.
Yeah, doing filling. Happy says if you guys want to see videos of the real one, I might be able to pull that off. Oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. If it's
feasible.
If you're allowed to, you might not be able to film it. Are you allowed to film it? Is it civilian? Probably. Oh, it's kind of it's not brand new anymore. The B2. It's not under. It's not classified.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of an old plane now. Yeah.
Props says he has.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Yeah. He says a local flight club near him. Okay. Columbus Aerial RC Type. Cool. And it would be very easy to get
into the planes.
So these guys will probably hook me up. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Normally in a club,
Columbus, very cool. Nice.
if they're quite well established and stuff, they'll have aircrafts that you can
Like a
use,
club one,
like
yeah.
a club plane or
Plane.
something.
So you know how you earlier in the stream you were talking about a buddy box system. Usually that's the way. Well, did we ever use the buddy box system? Oh, I don't think we did really.
No.
When we learned, we didn't do it that way. But for the
and maybe initially,
did we?
maybe on that guy, Alan might have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So when we did start, yeah. And they put you up, and then we did it from our plane, and we just hooked it up to the trainer buddy box system, and then he's got a remote, and then you've got a remote, like you're saying, and then if things go wrong, you know, just rely on the pro, and if you can't do it, well, you just fix it afterwards. Something did go down one time when we were flying, like, and we had to repair it afterwards, right? When the wind took it away, but that's okay. Can you guys make the Eagle to the Cobra maneuver? No, very cool. I don't know if this guy's that maneuverable. I think he's more of a slope soarer to do the Cobra.
What is the Cobra maneuver? Can you bring it up?
Rear engine. I think that's pretty much Robert was saying. I think it's a rear engine kind of thing. I can search it for the people out there. Yeah, might be able to come up with an image.
Are we talking about a specific move? Are we?
Or are we talking about the movie Cobra?
Cobra can be achieved with a rear engine. Okay.
A Cobra, not Cobra Kai.
No, definitely not Cobra Kai.
Cobra.
I know some guys from the club. I think there's one friend over there who 3D prints his 3D plane. Okay, very cool, very modern, very modern.
Yeah. So like our flight
Flying
club.
club's quite old school. So
Old school, so
quite like retro planes and things like that. But yeah, I guess we're part of the club, so we sort of
we just do our own thing. Yeah.
fly big planes. That's what Propsol says. And then we go in there for about 13 years. Yes, yeah, they're very much into their particular aircraft. It's very cool. Robert says high wing gliders would be the best place to learn to fly. Yep, that's a possibility. High wing.
Like a trainer kind of plane? Like
the SU, okay, so you're talking about the Russian 57, I think it is? SU 57?
So that's the Cobra maneuver, also known as the Puchev. Cobra is a dramatic maneuver, abruptly raise its nose, a high angle. Oh, I guess it's just a stall. Oh, yeah. High angle of attack maneuver involves an aircraft flying at moderate speed, pitching its nose up, vertical position beyond advanced fighter. Yeah, so it's more of a like a.
So it's a combat maneuver, right?
So I just call it. We would just call that like a. I just stall. We just stall and flick it over. So that's pretty common. It's nothing too
crazy.
Too crazy, no. But it's always cool to see it in a real plane.
Yeah.
But in combat would be another thing to see that in combat. Very exciting. Yeah. I mean, I guess as long as you're on the winning side, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Okay. So, how are you getting on it, Jeff?
Yeah, just a little bit now.
High wing, like the Propsol says, well, it's supposed to be 60 miles an hour wind gust here tomorrow, so no flying again. We would say go and fly anyway, and we've flown many times in different kind of extreme weather. We fly like that jet over there. We're talking about that foam jet. We flew that one many times.
45 knot winds.
Yeah, properly gusty, properly hurricane kind of weather. If anything, that particular guy, he liked it. Because when you come into land, he had better flare ratio for landing.
Yeah, you can glide more.
To glide less, in his case, so landing was easier. But you wouldn't want...
you wouldn't want to start there.
No.
Well, so you're not doing like massive maneuvers like you're talking about the Cobra.
No.
We'll call it the Cobra Kai maneuver. You're not doing those maneuvers. You're just doing just like a basic circuit. And keep it nice and high, and then if anything goes south, you're combating, and then you're figuring out where where it is the best place of attack to come and land, because you've got one shot.
Yeah, so, do you guys have a dummy for a dummy test? Oh, that's a good idea. That's an interesting idea. I guess all the Mark 1, Mark II, they're all miniaturized versions of ourselves. We've scaled ourselves into effectively wingsuit men. So I guess in many ways we are the dummy test dummy. So yes, I guess we can say we have. Happy says just a string attached. Just keep a string attached to your plane.
Like a kite.
Like a kite.
It just...
Yeah, it's interesting. Flying in weather is an interesting one, and I highly advise it. Lots of people say don't do it. You might smash your plane up and those sorts of things, but you do learn different things. So if you don't do something, and then you've kind of limited your ability, so then that's not so good. So I wouldn't say if you're just brand new to doing something like that, don't go out there and go, oh yeah, I'm going to fly in a hurricane or whatever. But do it if you want to push your limits a bit better, so then you learn something different.
It's a different style of flying when you're combating bad weather.
Yeah, I mean we're flying the drones in the rain and those sorts of things, but we only fly the ones that are
Qualified.
Qualified. So for instance, not this one. So this one, this guy here, see, let's see which one's this one?
KD7.
KD7, a UK design frame. Yeah, so that wouldn't be that guy. He's not waterproof, but say the one behind us, behind that, the guy over there, this guy over here.
On the wall, he is. He's right.
He is. Hang on, I'll just bring that over.
Yeah.
It's this guy here. So we're flying him in hurricanes and tornadoes. Oh, we're done on Livestream, I think.
Yeah, a couple of times.
A couple of times in the rain. These kind of guys. So yeah, so he's been all waterproofed and those sorts of things. So yeah, so if you're talking about handling the wind better, these guys can handle the wind way better than a plane. But yeah, we do.
What about helicopters? What are they? They're quite very. Many people always sort of go about helicopters about them being sort of different in their own right. Well, of course they are, but they very much fly like a drone. Very much.
Yeah. So we would say actually that since we've flown, hell, we've put a we put a model rocket on our helicopter, and sent that, but
for the booster kicker.
For a booster kicker, but yeah, it's kind of like one of those things. It's just exciting to push the limits. There are limits, then there are RC plane. There are limits, then there's RC plane limits. Yeah, nice one, Happy. Good call.
Yeah, good call.
Process is it's 1 a.m. over where he is. I'll bid you all adieu. Enjoy the breeze, brother. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the effort. Sleep well. Yeah. And we appreciate you.
I remember to post your link for your live stream coming up.
Yeah, and your 40. Oh, have a look at that. Yeah, nice. No, it's cool. It's one of those. It's cool to see other people's designs, and that's kind of what this channel's all about, really.
Yeah, about sort of trying to come up with new ideas and
push those.
See what's out there.
How are we going anyway?
Yeah, I just got this last little bit to do. How much more of the stream do you want to do? Because I know we're going to get on to the episode.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to get done.
I guess you could just shoot it there and then.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll finish off in a short little while. So what can we sort of take away from the live stream this week?
I guess so. For the live stream this week, we can say that the Mark III did well. There was a bit of a not so good for the
man's head.
Man's head. But he's got a helmet on, so it's okay. And we can say that the Eagle is making some headway. I was hoping to get the wings on, but just one of those things. I didn't even complete the that part. But I did make a headway on that fitting. We will have to make the rudder on this guy, and the rudder will go onto there. I'll make the gap a bit bigger. I think when they designed it originally, I think they wanted maybe a smaller fitting for that. But, it's our modification, so, too bad. Tough. It'll fly. It'll be fun. Yeah, what do you think, Richard?
I think it's pretty good. It's coming together. All the gaps I managed to fill in. They're looking pretty good now. Yeah, pretty good.
And behind us in the back, we've got 50% on the resin. So you can kind of just see it coming out of the vat at the moment. Robert says he's off also. A long day tomorrow. Take care, fellas. Take care all. Cheers, man. I appreciate you all very much for tuning in.
And taking the time and effort, yeah.
Yeah, and have a great day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in the world. Appreciate it. For us, it will be a Saturday, and that means more editing.
Well, we've got to finish that episode off, right?
We've got to finish the episode off, so yeah. But thanks so much, and hopefully your Morgan comes out good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, so we're going to finish the live stream in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Just doing the last little touches on this one.
But I think we've made some pretty good headway. The body structure is looking a lot more sturdy. And what else would we say?
There's a little bit there I was going to do too.
Oh, yeah. And it's looking straight. The angles are good. Maybe have to do a little bit on the internals, but it'll be pretty good. Yeah. What do you think? And also we're going to start putting in the rods will need to go in. I can just get that ready too. That's something I could do. But yeah. So have we made traditional planes before, Richard? I don't know if we've made traditional planes on the channel.
Not on the channel, no.
No. But if you want to see that sort of thing, maybe we could.
Well,
I guess we'll do more like a traditional size with our
we did put a twist on it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
That's not bad?
Yeah. That's not bad.
Well, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So I was just chopping out some bits there. So you can see all the way to the front now. You can see it for a second.
Come here.
Come through?
Yep.
Right. Cool. I think we're doing quite good. We're just going to put that one in. This one's got to go in. We're going to put the tail in. We've got to connect up the rods. We've got some metal that we got.
Metal?
We've got some metal for the
for the hinge you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get some metal
So
here,
these
some
are the,
little thin wire.
So effectively this guy is going to be like this. There's also the feathers that are not... Have you got the feathers on you?
Feather fingers.
Feather fingers.
Aye.
We're going to swap channels over. Hang on a second. Slide. Hang on a second.
What are we changing over?
I just changed it to the front screen.
Aye.
Bam.
Tilt it up a little bit.
Hey?
Oh no, then they can see the plane if I hold it up.
Yeah.
Feather fingers.
Feather fingers, you got one?
I got my side.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You go, I got that. You grab the other feather fingers.
Feather finger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of see what it's like, because we haven't actually shown this part. There you go, eh?
Ooh,
Whoa.
Hang on. Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa, look at that, eh?
You can capture that angle over there too. Yeah.
No, you can't really.
Yeah, might be able to. Just go external.
No, yeah, external cam.
Different angle on it.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Go like that.
Whoa, there you go, eh? You can kind of see what's happening.
It's actually quite cool. It's a really nice shape, isn't it?
It is a nice shape.
I'm pleased that we went with this. Super delicate, as you can tell.
What's that?
It's super delicate.
Yeah. And heat will be an absolute
nightmare
on the ground. But anyway, hey.
You know, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
like
impressed
it.
with that guy. I'm pleased that we chose it. Or, suggested to us or whatever. Suggested. I'm pleased that we continued with it. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
It's looking sweet. Yeah, it is. It's looking really good. Very impressed.
I've eaten chicken fingers, but these are feather fingers. Oh, nice.
Okay, so we can clear up on it after the live stream.
Yeah.
So it's looking the part now. Okay, maybe I'll change.
And a lot more stronger now, like because we've
Yeah, maybe change it back to that one.
No, yeah.
The contour to the wings is very sleek looking. Yeah, it's quite unique, isn't it? It's very unique aircraft. Normally it's like straight and then
straight
maybe like a little dihedral or something like that. But yeah, it's very.
When you say dihedral, what does that mean to the people?
Dihedral is something like this, like that. No, it'll be like that.
So normally you see a dihedral on, say, like a big
Slopes
like
or a beginner or a trainer.
Yeah.
It keeps the aircraft stable.
Stable and just kind of a little bit, always pushing in.
Downside is it means that it will never be able to let you roll it, do tricks too much. Like you won't be able to,
without pushing it a bit harder. But it's just one of those.
Or otherwise, what happens is you go up and then you go and then go straight at the ground. You have to really hook it. It doesn't like doing that.
Yeah, I don't like it too much. But
I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying it doesn't like it.
Yeah, the contours are looking pretty cool.
That's cool.
So, okay, so move that camera over there and we'll do the sign out, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. How do you think that episode went, guys? I think it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of an episode, live stream episode.
Build.
Yeah.
And for the resin printed just over there, he is at 53%. He's got another hour and 20 minutes to go. That's okay. We'll turn him off later on. And yeah. You all good? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay. We'll change our origin. Tilt it a little bit down, a little bit.
Down?
Down a little bit. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. And a little bit to your left. And Happy says it was a great turnout. I think I saw about 9 people watching live. Wow, thanks, man. Yeah, it was quite good, wasn't it? And appreciate you most of all from tuning in, along with everyone. And Richard, yeah, Richard's in frame. It was a very cool turnout.
It was a good live stream, and we got quite a lot done.
Yep.
And the wings are looking quite healthy now.
Yes. So I guess what we can say is thanks very much for tuning in. We appreciate you all, past, present, and future, because we don't know if say somebody later on is tuning in.
Okay, so this live stream is all about the RC Eagle. We're going to continue on with this series because we think it's pretty good, like Happy was saying, and many of the guys tuning in on the chat in real time, they seem to like it as well. So yeah, thanks very much, and we're going to continue on with the series, like we're saying.
And yeah, so thanks very much, and we'll see each other Tuesday for Tuesday's episode.
And we gave you a little hint there to do this particular one. It's coming up. If we get it all done in the time cap, it will be released at 6 a.m. on
New Zealand
Tuesday, yeah. If all going well. If not, it will be the day after or the next day, depending on whether we get it done. Or
yeah, but it's looking like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks so much. If you haven't done it already, make sure you give the live stream the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done it already, and
we have to thank all our sponsors. Yeah. Big thanks and thumbs up from our side of things. And yeah,
no, I think it's everything.
Yeah. So remember to tune into the episode, and
which was the Mark III this week.
Which was the Mark III RC wingsuit, and we were throwing it off a cliff for its maiden flight. It's pretty exciting.
Exciting. So check all that out, and we'll see each other Tuesday. And if not, we'll see you on live stream next week. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, go! Enchanter racing, enchanter racing, enchanter racing, yeah!
See you guys. See you next week.
See you then.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one, and thanks very much for joining in, everyone. Awesome live stream. Well done.